I love Klein and Alley, you little bitch.
Klein and Alley, it's just okay. Do-do-do.
Just don't let things bother you too much.
Good morning, everybody.
Whoa, Sweet David Steak, did you see that?
Viva Klein and Alley show. Let's get the show started. The show started.
Innocent. I respect your boundaries.
We are live in Los Angeles. 3, 2, 1. And here we go.
I ride the D, proud to ride the D.
I need a good reason to get out of bed. Got sleep in my eyes, clouds in my head. I need a shot of something to make my motor go.
Ow.
Yes, I do. So I turn on the Klein and Alley show. Give me some Klein and Alley show.
Don't be gay over there.
Give me some Klein and Alley show.
Oh, my God.
Get your motor running with the Klein and Alley show.
Shimmy.
I said, get your motor running with the Klein and Alley show.
Look at me.
It's Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County.
The Sonic Pulse of Los Angeles.
This is the world famous K-Rock.
Oh, yeah, good morning. Welcome to your Monday. Klein Alley Show, KROQ. Darker than it should be because of the clock's change. Maybe this will be the last year we have to deal with that. As certain places, just like we've been pushing for that 4-day work week, and that's starting to pop up in places around the world. I think this is the first year that certain countries, certain cities, certain states are experimenting with the whole no changing of the clocks.
Yeah, British Columbia already passed. They said that this time that they change the clocks will be the last time that they ever do so. And they tried to wait for America on this, but they got tired of waiting. And yesterday, there was so much conversation between the people I was with about whether we should keep it or not keep it and which one we should keep. And I was like, doesn't it not matter which one?
Yeah, it's weird because we should have an opinion, and yet the real opinion is who the hell really cares. It's not that much to deal with, but it still seems annoying when it happens, and it's more the confusion and the conversation and the small talk about it. And obviously Omar's got his opinions. And
Hey, it's Monday. Yay, Klein and Alley are back. Woohoo! But maybe some of us are just kind of feeling weird because the robots sprung our clocks forward an hour yesterday. Maybe for the last time. So if anybody else is feeling this time malaise, maybe that can be cured by a rant from Omar in classic Bean style about whether or not it's daylight savings time or daylight saving time and why we should care. All right, have a great day. Love you guys. Whee!
Well, you should care because you don't want to sound like an idiot. It's singular, okay? It's daylight saving time.
right, you don't want to sound like an idiot by
Right.
defending and correcting people when they say it the wrong way.
It's not savings, okay? It's saving.
But regardless, this whole
Easy.
argument can come to an end once and for all, and for the rest of time if we just move past it.
Yeah, but if we're going to get rid of it, I'd rather wait till I get my hour back.
Even farmers are saying...
Like, let's do fall. I fall back, I get my hour back, and then we'll be done with it.
Farmers are saying that they're all angry because they feel like we've all blamed the farmers for this.
Aren't farmers always angry?
No, farmers are not.
Every farm country I drive by, there's signs where they're mad about something.
Yeah, but
they're mad about the water. They're mad about the light.
But the farmers are sick and tired of being the excuse as to why we're doing this because they're going, don't do this for us. It doesn't matter anymore. We have greenhouses now. We can control the lighting however we damn well please.
Yeah, but also when you wake up, like people are like, oh, I wake up and it's still dark. It's not right for my circadian rhythm. And I'm like, yeah, but then guess what? 6 months from now, it'll be fine. Right? Like it all evens out eventually.
Listen. No, but we could all agree this is the good one, right? Even though we lost an hour.
This is the bad one.
This
is the bad one.
Losing an hour is bad.
You have more daylight.
Bad.
No.
I don't care.
You have more daylight.
More daylight.
These are two people
more
in this
daylight
room.
Because you get to do more stuff. You get to be out barbecuing and
we should not be seen in the daylight.
Yeah. Darkness is my friend,
yeah,
Omar.
We are thriving in the darkness.
I go into a room and I immediately turn off every light. I like darkness. I look good in darkness. I like to go to dark bars. Sometimes people tell me, "Oh, you got to go to this place. It's cool." I go to a place that's really well lit. I go, "Why would a guy like me be in a well lit place? Put me in a dark place."
Even in this room,
Shadows.
now that they have these lights on for the live live stream. It's just
Terrible.
horrible.
Jarring.
But I also feel like, at some point, we need to take a stand as uggos. And we also have to say, when the sun goes down, the pressure is off to be productive.
You're right.
And I love that.
The pressure's off for makeup. The pressure's off for putting on clothes that don't have stains on it.
You don't feel weird about drinking?
This is why it is nighttime and darkness is our friend. I think I'm going to move to that place where it's dark for like 6 months in a row. Yeah. Where's it, Alaska?
Yes.
I got to go there. Because that
You'd
place...
be so happy there.
Oh, I'd probably be at 10
but
there.
In the summertime, it's daylight till midnight.
Well, I moved back here then. I only go there for that.
Half the year, just the dark half.
I just go for the dark part. I'm telling you right now, this is the worst one. I know people say this is the best. This one's the worst one because...
No pressure to go out. It's dark.
Right.
It's dark out.
Can't possibly leave my place. It's pitch black. In fact, in honor of us boycotting this daylight, why don't we turn all the lights off and do the show in the dark today?
Cool.
What do you say? Sublime to kick things off, then we'll tell you what we have in store for you. It'll be a decent morning, we think, here at K-Rock. Hi.
Klein Alley Show. Mornings on K-Rock. K-Rock. Yeah! K-Rock.
K-Rock Klein Alley Show. If you want to call us, you can do that. You can also text us, 800-520-1067. Text line already pouring through with a lot of people saying, congratulations, Klein, you finally made it. Already proving that you are more successful than Allie's acting career because your jacket was featured on Saturday Night Live.
I know. There's so many messages about it this morning. I saw Klein's jacket on SNL.
Yeah, a lot of messages also on the GOAT line.
Hello. I'm just calling to let you know that Jamie 100% wore Klein's jacket on SNL tonight. So congratulations, Klein. You made it to Saturday Night Live.
I don't know why I'm being congratulated for this because I once again...
It's a huge honor.
It is. I think this is a big
This is where I've peaked? You think this is where my career has peaked? That my jacket that I gave, that I was peer pressured into giving Jamie from the Gorillaz, wore it on SNL, and now...
first of all, I don't think you were peer pressured at all. You peer pressured yourself.
Yeah.
He just said, that's a cool jacket. Nobody in their right mind goes, here! and then takes it off and gives it to the person.
Yeah, well, then there he is trying on the jacket, and he loved it, and then he said that he would give me his jacket, but he couldn't because it wasn't really his. He borrowed it. So I don't even know.
He's a serial jacket taker.
This guy just borrows jackets. Then next thing you know, on SNL, Gorillaz performs over the weekend. And there's
it's their first time on SNL.
Where is it?
I start getting all these DM. Boom, 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 boom. Klein, I think that's your jacket. Hey, is that your jacket, Klein, on SNL?
Well, the screenshot that people had sent me was when they were all saying goodbye at the end. Jamie's on stage with the jacket on.
Wearing the jacket.
Wearing
really
the jacket.
Rubbing it in my face.
And you can tell by those giant tassels that it's definitely Klein's jacket.
And then someone said to me, did you even watch the episode? I did not watch the episode, but apparently it definitely was my jacket because...
Live from New York, it's Saturday Night Live with Colin Jost, Keenan Thompson, Klein's jacket, musical guest.
I can't believe they mentioned it in the intro. Klein's jacket.
Gorillaz.
Yeah.
And your host, Ryan Gosling.
That's right. It's a shot of my jacket right next to Ryan Gosling. And even the jacket looked ugly next to Gosling.
Yeah, I know. It's hard to look hot next to him.
So congratulations, Gorillaz. The saga of the jacket continues. It made its way all the way to 30 Rock. And by the way, I don't know if he was going to send... How long ago were Gorillaz in here? It's been a few weeks, right?
Yeah, about 2, yeah.
Yeah, so the guy said after he took my jacket... I didn't hear this conversation, but apparently there was a conversation in the hall where he said, I like this jacket. Send that man something.
He kept saying we should send him something. We've got to send him something.
He did say that. I was there and I heard that.
Has anything arrived here?
Well, I think he was just inviting you to his show at the Palladium.
No.
No, because that never came through, that invite. But this is something that people who never pay for dinner say all the time. You know, it's like, I should do so. I'll get you back. Yeah,
but he's already saying to his assistants, and they're like, okay, yeah, and then they never do it.
Yeah, exactly. He just says it like, we should do something, and then nobody really does anything.
I just want to make sure nothing arrived here that I'm unaware of, that someone else, because sometimes people like to open up our mail, you know, and then we don't never see it.
How's the new jacket, by the way? I know you ordered a replacement.
I did. I couldn't find the same color, but I did.
Oh, it wasn't the same color.
I did end up getting the same pretty much jacket in the wrong size.
Would you want it back if that guy was able to give it back to you?
Yes.
If we had Gorillaz back in, would you give him your other new jacket?
I would like. I would like to propose a trade for the one I have, the black one. But I think he liked the other one because it was green. And
yeah, that one is a better color.
And now it's on, and now it's got a whole story behind it because of, this is the jacket he wore on SNL. It's crazy.
It's a traveling jacket.
You go on SNL, it's a big deal in anyone's world, and you probably spend a lot of time thinking about, I would imagine they're stylists that their whole job is to figure out what you're going to wear on SNL, especially if you're the musical guest. You only go on twice the whole show, plus at the end when you wave to everyone.
And Jamie, I don't know if he was even on during the performances.
I don't think he was.
He was just there at the end.
So he had one outfit to pick, and he picked of all the things, of all the clothing in the world, he picked my jacket.
Yeah, exactly.
Look at me.
Yeah.
There he is.
That's what he said.
Look at you. I
On
know.
national TV.
It's incredible. So, yes, you could go ahead and pitch. I didn't know anything about that episode other than the fact that Klein's jacket was the star of SNL, supposedly.
Well, if you ever make an appearance on SNL, you know what you're wearing. You got to wear the jacket, man.
I don't have it anymore.
You got to wear yours.
Oh, the replacement one?
Well, it does just look like you have another generic black jacket.
Yeah, that one
Actually,
sucks.
jacket wears Klein.
If you want $100 of Allie's money to kick off a brand new week, call us now, 800-520-1067. 5 questions about stuff happening in the world. If you do better than Allie, she will pay the people. Friday, we did this live at a hotel lobby in Colorado, and today we do it back in the K-Rock studios for $100 cash. Call now, win next on K-Rock.
106.7 FM. Klein Alley Show. Mornings. KROQ. World famous K-Rock.
Time to pay the people here at K-Rock. Yes, the bribery runs thick today with trips around the world. We're going to give away that one to go see 21 Pilots in Madrid in about 30 minutes. Be ready to answer your phone. If you get an unexpected number, a block number, private call, possible spam, answer it. It could be us. Could be someone trying to sell you solar. Could be an old debt collector. Regardless, take those calls today because it could be your ticket around the world as part of K-Rock's Mile High Club. And then we have a brand new band and a brand new international destination to tell you about. Right now, though, we bribe you with $100 of Allie's money if you've been paying any attention to what's been going on in the world. And it does feel like the news cycle is right now overrun with daylight saving stuff and gas prices going through the roof. But there's other things happening in the world. And Amy in Huntington Beach is up for the challenge this morning. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning.
Welcome to your Monday. You'll be battling Allie in a moment. I don't know how Allie's feeling right now. I know that we're all a little bit jet lagged regardless.
A little disoriented.
Yeah, travel weekend, big weekend, and some people dealing with altitude stuff. You say you have a sinus infection going on. You were sick last week.
Yes, as soon as we arrived at the airport, the first stop that I went to was the pharmacy to get some antibiotics.
That's always a good time. Allie will be leaving the K-Rock studios now, taking her germs with her. And Amy, you get to go first. 5 questions about the news. Answer these questions quickly, confidently, and accurately. You're more than welcome to play along. Let's see how you would do. It's time for your round of Allie Knows the News for $100 cash.
Allie Knows the News.
Question number 1. This megastar's L.A. mansion was struck by gunfire, and a woman has been arrested. Which A-lister had their house struck by gunfire in Los Angeles?
Oh, that would be Miss Rihanna Riri.
Rihanna Riri. Go to question number 2. A man from this country won the L.A. Marathon that took place over the weekend.
Oh, is it Nigeria?
Okay, good guess. Good guess. We go to question number 3. Speaking of winning, this was the winner of the box office, bringing in $46 million. What movie won the box office this weekend?
I wish I went to the movies. Oh, man. I am so horrible with movies. I have...
No guess.
I don't know, man.
Go to question
I'm sorry.
4. That's okay. We go to question number 4 right now. And we will take you to this. This company will now let you know immediately if you are listening to music that is made or has any AI in it. There will be a specific warning they will let you know about. Which company has decided that they will let you know immediately if you're listening to a song that was is using AI.
Spotify?
And finally,
Spotify?
question number 5. A new world record has been set. A man has been discovered somewhere in the world that has 42 watts and has set a new world record.
42 hangnails.
42 hangnails. Wow, that would be something.
I'm driving
All right,
right now.
I get it. Listen, sometimes The questions are easier than others. Sometimes the guesses work out. Sometimes they don't. Once again, you're battling Allie for her own money. It is a Monday. It's a recovery Monday, a clock change Monday. So as a result, Allie could get nothing right, and you could end up winning. Here we go. Question 1.
Yeah.
Megastar, A-lister, had their L.A. mansion hit with gunfire.
Riri.
All right. She also said Riri. Rihanna is the actual answer. Woman has been arrested. And that is absolutely correct. Her house was hit by gunfire.
But if you look at the house, you're like, it's so massive.
Right.
How would you ever even hit anybody?
Right. Well, one bullet's not going to do anything. I mean,
it's like a fortress.
Go to question number 2. It's tied up 1-1 as we go to question 2. A man from which country won the L.A. Marathon?
America.
You know, this was a fascinating... I don't really find those marathons interesting at all to watch.
Did you see the video of that finish?
That was unbelievable.
That was hilarious.
And American guy comes from behind, taking down the obvious, the odds-on favorite. It's always going to be the Kenyan guy.
Collapsed at the finish line.
Kenyan guy fell down. He probably thought... Guy probably thought he had that thing won by an hour, like he always does. I don't even think he was trying.
Yeah, I think he was like phoning it in, like, and now...
That was some finish. L.A. Marathon. I got to start paying attention to these marathons now. I'm not going to run one, but
I got to start paying attention to the last 5 seconds of these marathons.
If there's a 3-second or less clip of a marathon, I'm in. Allie gets the point. An American won the L.A. Marathon. We go to question number 3. Allie's up 1. Speaking of winning, this movie won the box office this weekend, bringing in $46 million.
Oh, gosh. It's probably Hoppers.
Okay, she didn't have a guess on this one, but the correct answer is the animated movie Hoppers.
It's supposed to be really good.
Everyone says great movie. And then
How is it, Vanessa?
I'm sure she's seen it twice.
I literally just said, ooh, I want to see it.
I believe it. Vanessa, on the flight to Colorado, but what was she watching? She was watching some cartoon.
Like
Zootopia 2.
Oh, Zootopia 2. That's so funny.
And she looked emotionally involved.
Oh, yeah, she was into it big time.
She finished on the way back.
Couldn't wait for the flight back to finish Zootopia 2. The correct answer, yes, is Hoppers. We go to question number 4. Allie's up 2 now with 2 questions left. This company will now let you know immediately if you are listening to any music that is made using AI or AI songs. They think it's important you know right away, so they will let you know as you are listening to the song.
YouTube? I don't know.
She said Spotify, Allie says YouTube, but apparently Apple is putting their foot down, and they're saying if you're listening to any AI-generated music, we will let you know via warning immediately.
On my Apple family plan?
They're going to let you know, send you a text immediately. This is an AI song.
I know. I don't need notifications.
Yeah, who cares?
Something else to ignore?
And we go to question number 5 now. A new world record has been set. A man has been discovered somewhere in the world that has 42 of these. And that has set a brand new world record. Guinness.
You know what? I'm going to go with nipples.
42 nipples. Great guess. Love to meet that guy. She said... no, I guess
really? Why?
I guess I wouldn't want to meet that guy.
Suckle.
She guessed...
You've got 2 tiny ones. You've got 40.
I'd be jealous. Rub it in my face.
Massive
I barely have 1 nipple between all of mine together. So little. She said hangnails, but the correct answer is this man has 42 teeth, which is 10 more than the normal person has.
He's like a shark.
42 teeth, and he has set a record for that. Sadly, at the end of all of this, Amy, you've learned some useless information about the world. More importantly, Allie keeps her money for at least another day. And what must you shamefully admit over the airways of K-Rock?
I'm Amy from Huntington Beach, and it's my birthday.
Oh!
All right, you know what? Just because it's your birthday, send her a Klein Alley Show It's Just Okay shirt. And we'll send you that for your birthday.
Nice.
And you can wear that proudly or wear that with shame.
Happy birthday, dear Valley.
Former President Joe Biden wishing you a happy birthday to you and your salad. So congratulations.
Sweet. Love you guys. Sweet
All right,
divots.
thank you. Thanks for
Sweet
starting your day with us. Sweet divots to you and a very happy birthday. Matters to no one except for you, but let's go ahead and celebrate it together. More show, which we will get into next on KROQ.
KROQ. Klein Alley Show. Mornings on K-Rock. K-Rock. Yeah! K-Rock.
Think of the last time that you tried something for the very first time in your life. Maybe you realized you made it to 25, 35, 45, whatever. You never did something, and then you finally end up in a situation where you do it. I think for the most part, if you avoid things, like for most of your life, you just say, I'm never going to do that. Omar recently has become a zipper, full-on zipper, because he's like he loves zip lining, and he never did it as a kid because his parents hated him and his dad deserted him. But as an adult now, he's like, you show this man a zip line, he'll get on it. He loves zipping.
Yep.
And that's a new hobby of his, something that I don't think he would brag about too much, but he loves good zips. And Vanessa's never been on a mountain before, never skied, never snowboarded, never done anything involving snow. I don't even know if she ever saw snow before, other than maybe when we took the show up to Big Bear.
Oh my God, we should have done Child Sees Snow for the first time video.
Yeah, because
the only snow she's familiar with is the one that goes up her nose.
Right. Oh, yeah. The snort snow. She loves that stuff. Mm-hmm. But, Vanessa, this was a big moment for you because you decided that after our live broadcast on Friday, you were going to suit up and hit the slopes with no lessons for the first time ever.
Yeah. And it was scary.
Yeah.
I did it.
You did it.
One and done, baby.
Oh, my God. It was amazing.
You're never going to do it again?
I don't think so. The whole process, too long.
Here's
okay, but you had a knack for it.
Here's some of the audio of Vanessa even just attempting to get her snowsuit on. If you ever try to get a kid ready for the weather, you know it's never easy. It's layers and putting stuff on and tantrums, and this was some of the audio. You've never heard this yet, but there's video that we'll throw up on the Instagram as well. This is Vanessa getting suited up for her first time ever down the mountain.
All right, Vanessa's all suited up. How do you feel?
I'm ready for battle.
She's ready for her bottle.
What? Already? You went to nap time?
Yeah, she was ready right away because it was stressful to get her in her snowsuit, and she needed her bottle. And I get it. Listen, that's a soothing
We had been
thing.
hitting the bottle for a while.
Yeah.
So.
Ready for battle.
Ready for bottle?
Battle.
I'm ready for battle.
I'm ready to do this.
We are ready.
Woo. Feel like the whole putting on the boots was a whole thing.
Yeah, I know. It's a lot of time spent.
Go.
So this was just her getting her boots on.
And it did take us a while to get suited up and everything, get the right
She sounds
skis,
out of breath
snowboard.
already.
She is. Her walk, by the way, even walking through the snow, Klein and I would walk, we thought slowly, and then we would look behind us and she'd be like,
so far back.
So then we get to the area, we managed to shuffle our way over to the area where the skiing and snowboarding is, where you are supposed to start putting on your snowboards and skis and stuff, and Vanessa runs into a problem because she cannot get into her skis.
This is the first of many problems.
Go.
We've reached our first problem.
I have commentary.
Yeah,
this isn't for me. I gave it a try for the listener. I'm giving up. I'm too light for the ski. It doesn't want to slap down. This isn't made for me.
Yeah.
I'm a beach girl.
Yeah.
Rollerblades. Skiing? Not for me.
So she's having a meltdown on the mountain. She hasn't
Don't
even.
you just click
I
the
was
boots in?
frustrated.
She couldn't click her. She could not successfully click her boot into the ski.
Not for her.
And she said
She
that
said she was too light for the skis.
she's too light for the skis.
The way wasn't working.
And by the way, all these people that are so excited to start their day of skiing and snowboarding, and this mountain just got douched with powder. I mean, it was like it was
beautiful.
It had not snowed like that in a while. Everyone said how lucky we were to be there. Everyone's so excited, and you have this woman just having this huge rant about, I am a beach girl. I don't like this at all.
After an hour of us getting
An hour of us getting her. All she has to do is now is put one more.
And then she was like, forget it.
One click away from skiing, and she starts a whole meltdown. She's done.
Yeah.
I'm a beach girl.
Yeah.
Rollerblades. Skiing? Not for me. I'm too old for this. Yes. I'm 34.
She's too old for it. She doesn't want to deal with it.
And then she's like, yes, that's right. I am a grown-up.
34.
So then
Sounds like she did need her bottle because she's having a real tantrum here.
That's cranky.
this is where she lays down on the ground.
Yeah, and now she's laying down and rolling around in the snow.
Because I get over. Angel on the ground.
Oh my God.
She's completely lost it now. I mean, a full blown tantrum on the mountain.
Angel on the ground.
Angel on the
So
ground.
then the guy that helped us all get suited up comes
Poor
over,
guy.
walks
This poor
over
guy.
from the ski, because it's all in the hotel. He leaves the hotel, goes over there to help her get her skis on.
He goes, he goes, Angel on the ground. I'll be right there.
Angel on the ground. I'm dad.
And
Now-
she's messing with her
hell?
skis, swearing at them when
Now
he
she's-
arrives.
Yeah, she's yelling.
My patience were thin.
My what?
Patience.
She was yelling at her skis, yelling at her own feet. She looked like a crazy person on the thing, okay?
Can I show you how to get out of the binding really quick? You see this ski pole?
That guy's so calm.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, this guy's like, typical person working
So
at the
nice,
just nice, calm person.
You see this ski pole? If you
Vanessa's
don't need
cussing
to,
at her
I'll show you
skis.
when
What's
you're
a
done.
binding?
What's a binding?
So this guy doesn't realize how beginner she is because he's like, can I just show you how to get out of these quickly? And Oh, she has no idea what he's talking about.
Yeah.
You don't need to ever until you're totally
What's a
done.
binding?
You feel good? Confident? You feel good, though?
I have to
Enough?
lie and say yes.
If you don't feel good, it's totally fine just to enjoy the day and hang out here.
He's telling her it's okay to give up.
I don't think they've ever talked someone out of it before. And they're literally saying at this point, if you just want to just enjoy the day, you just sit here.
Yeah.
You don't even
This
have
is not for you.
Yeah,
Because you will not enjoy the day if you continue.
Yeah.
I'm just going to cheer for them.
Yeah, cheer for them.
I'm only doing this for work purposes.
You're going to crush it.
Woo!
Okay, then we get to we find a child's area, essentially, where it's not a real lift. It's like one of those metal poles that you just drag yourself up on the pole.
Fun.
And then you kind of shimmy down, and it's almost completely flat.
Very close to flat.
Vanessa found a flat mountain.
Not fun if you're a snowboarder. You can very hardly move on this.
And
Shimmy.
This is when we saw her coming down the first initial little tiny bunny slope, and she was doing it.
And she, without zero lessons, zero ability, didn't even know the word binding 5 minutes ago. Angel on the ground now, making her way down a very flat part of the mountain.
Woo! Yes, pizza! Yes!
French fries! Pizza! We're not even at the hill!
So she just then starts just yelling pizza, French fries, as she makes her way down a very flat mountain.
And when we went up that little ski lift, the kids one,
yeah,
she was a couple people behind me, and I was looking forward and just getting dragged up the hill by the little metal bar, and then I hear, "I lost my pole!"
Oh yeah, she lost her pole.
I lost my pole!
Yeah. She lost her pole at one
She was
point.
screaming. It's reverberated off the whole mountain. I thought she was going to cause an avalanche.
The other thing I want to point out, because we don't have time to get into all of this now, but there's some footage up on our Instagram at Klein Alley Show. After doing the kids' flat run one time, I think we got a little overzealous, and we took her up to still an equally easy.
Well, it was the bunny hill, but it's a long bunny hill,
Right.
and it's probably about a 10 to 12 minute chairlift. You're up there.
It ended up with her basically walking down the mountain in her ski boots, which you can see video of on our Instagram. So it was successful. And Vanessa, when do you think you'll be returning to the mountain again, if you had to guess?
I don't know. I don't think I'll ever do it again. Maybe I'll try snowboarding just to see what that's like.
Well, I want to be there.
All right. Yeah. Well, anyway, another success. We got to take a quick break. We're back with your A.D. news. We will get into a brand new hour of the show, and we got a trip to give away. So if you hear all of our travel and you're feeling left out, don't worry. We're sending one of you to Madrid, Spain in 15 minutes to see 21 pilots, and that's after this.
The Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
World famous K-Rock.
All right, let's get into your A.D. news, and the first thing we do after that is give away this trip so you can go see 21 Pilots in Madrid. Then we'll announce where you're heading to next. So if you don't have any travel plans upcoming and you're feeling super jealous or left out because of all of the stories you're hearing about Vanessa getting trapped on the mountain, well, then good news for you. We have a trip for you somewhere in the world with another K-Rock artist. We'll tell you all about it coming up. But first, there's this.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for ADD News.
It was a very hot LA marathon yesterday. It was a thrilling ending. It was the closest ending in LA marathon history. And before we get to the exciting men's finish, I'll just share who won for the women's. It was a woman from Kenya, Priska Chirono. She won the women's division in 2 hours and 25 minutes, and she won 10 grand for that run. Then
That's it?
Yeah, I know, right? Not a lot.
Yeah.
Plus, you have to pay a significant amount to run in the marathon. Like, I've done even little 5Ks and stuff like that. It's like $40-$50, but I think it's several hundred for the LA marathon. And a lot of people will have to raise
You
a
have
good
to
amount of
win the
money.
marathon just to break even.
I know, seriously.
If not, you're down money. And that seems crazy, too, because $10,000 to win the LA... I know that's just the women's division, but still...
It's just the women's division?
Well, what did the men get? What did the men get for winning?
They
$5
get
million?
70% more.
70% more. It's a huge...
Happy Women's Month.
Yeah, that's right.
Exactly. Thanks so much, Klein, for that tribute. So let's get on to the one that matters.
Thank
the
you,
men's,
finally.
okay?
Jesus. Edit out that whole woman stuff out of the podcast. I mean, that was a real waste of time.
A Kenyan man, Michael Kamau, was in the lead in the final stretch. He was on Santa Monica Boulevard, and it looked like he was just cruising through to the finish line. It was going to be another Kenyan win, which obviously, in the history, the likelihood of a Kenyan winning is very high just because of the stats, right? So he's going through, and at the last second,
unbelievable.
This guy, his name is Nathan Martin, an American, he just kicks into high gear. It was like he had those smelling salts or something, and just like all of a sudden was going at warp speed. And
It's
this,
almost like the guy just arrived at the race a minute earlier.
like he looked fresh.
Fresh legs.
And the guy had no idea he was coming up behind him like this.
Oh, whoa.
Nathan Martin. Nathan Martin.
Oh, my God. Wow. It is a photo finish for crowning of the 2026 A6 LA Marathon champion.
I mean, this woman sounds like she's having an orgasm with
Really
this
does.
finish.
Oh, whoa.
Nathan Martin. Nathan Martin. Wow. This sounds like Vanessa killing a spider.
Damn.
Man, that's exciting.
It's very exciting. So congratulations to Nathan Martin. And he finished in, let me see, I have his numbers, 2 hours and 11 minutes.
Yeah. She finished too.
She finished.
Yeah.
What's her time?
She finished in 3 seconds.
She may have won the marathon.
Yeah, but it's crazy because they have the first and second place times. So he was 2 hours, 11 minutes, 18 seconds. The other guy was 2 hours, 11 minutes, 18 seconds plus 0.18.
Oh, man, that close. Now he's got to go back on the little loser flight to Kenya. Huh? Loser.
Right? Losers. All right, Rihanna had a scary incident happen over the weekend. A woman drove up to her house in Beverly Hills, which is a massive, very beautiful house. And she drove up to the house. She started shooting with what police described as an AR-15 style rifle.
Whoa.
Yeah, and the possible motive they have not released. They also haven't released the name of the woman, but they did find her and they recovered the weapon. And so she was home. Rihanna was home. There is no word on whether or not A$AP Rocky and the kids were home, but I can imagine. Yes, it's a huge house. Even if you shot from the driveway, it would have to travel very far for it to reach Rihanna in any way, shape, or form. But still pretty scary knowing there are shots fired at you.
Here's some audio of Rihanna.
No, man. Okay, that's, I feel like racist.
Not real audio. This is actual audio of the incident, by the way.
Okay. Is that what Rihanna sounds like?
That's real audio.
I didn't think they hit her.
I don't know how we get so much real audio on the show, but we're very good. I guess that's why we're tops, Allie. It's getting the good audio. Huh?
All right, and then
a lot of shows would have given up without actually fighting, but we tried the extra mile to get the real audio. So,
is that from the LA Marathon too? Or?
I think that's the woman announcing the marathon. She's had another orgasm. Every time, what a great news angle to have. Every time she reports on a story, she just orgasms.
Yeah, I mean, that's a great job for her. And then finally, it is a win for some music fans. There is a big Live Nation Ticketmaster settlement that just happened with the Department of Justice in this big antitrust case, and they settled for, I believe it was $200 million. So that seems like a lot, but also Live Nation and Ticketmaster make a lot of money. So, yeah, it's not crushing for them, but $200 million is something. And they said they won't break up Ticketmaster or Live Nation, but they will implement some changes, including capping service fees and opening its ticketing platform to rivals. So a lot of times when these concerts get announced and the sales are only on Ticketmaster, it's the only way to get it. So now you would be able to buy tickets pre-sale and as soon as they go on sale at multiple different vendors.
Well, don't worry about buying tickets because we have some to give you, and we will do that the second we're done with this one because we've got a trip to give away. If you're on a standby boarding list, get ready to actually board your flight. We make that call next on K-Rock.
Low 6.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County.
The Sonic Pulse of Los Angeles.
This is the world famous K-Rock.
All right, let's go ahead and change someone's life forever, shall we? It's K-Rock, Klein Alley Show. Must be what it's like for Oprah every single day of her life. We don't get to do this very often, but I would imagine when you get to give the good news away, like you're packing your bags and you're officially going from the standby list to the boarding list, people got to feel pretty good about that. And I know that we got to spend all weekend with a bunch of winners in Colorado that won that trip with us, and they said that they still couldn't believe, even as it was happening, they said, I just kept waiting for like the fine print or the other shoot a drop or the reality.
Us too.
Yeah, we kept going. I know. We're also surprised we're here.
Like,
but
we're on the plane? We're doing this,
Great chance to hang out with a bunch of K-Rock listeners over the weekend, and hopefully we'll do another trip soon enough so that we can bring you with us. I don't think any of those people... I think one guy on that trip had won a previous trip to Vegas with us. Everyone else was brand new, never traveled with us before.
And we got to make some permanent memories for a very special couple as well.
Got to help that guy get engaged, and that had its own issues on us, but regardless, it was a great time.
What was the issue?
Well, there was an issue with the surprise of the proposal because the area, they had received a ton of snowfall, and so we had to walk. The one thing he said is that his fiance hated being cold, and the area that we picked...
Well, he shouldn't have proposed outside.
Well, yeah, the area that he picked to do the proposal, which was a very...
Was a snowy patio.
She had to walk through, it looked like, 9 feet of snow to get to this little area, and she just seemed... And we're sitting there watching this happen, and she seemed just miserable. Like, why do I have to go outside? And he convinced her there was some group photo happening, but she was the only one there. So I'm watching her yell at the guy.
And we're watching from a warm banquet room inside.
Yeah, and I'm watching her basically say, why are we out here first for a group picture? I don't want to be cold. And this guy knows he's about to propose, and she doesn't seem happy about it at all. And finally, as he's doing the little soliloquy about, you've made my life great.
Yeah, it was like that.
You could tell that the girl's like on with it already.
He was going on about, I couldn't hear what he was saying, but he was talking for a while before he got down on one knee.
And he was probably saying nice things about how, you've made my life complete and all that crap or whatever you say to someone before you get married. But you could just tell, I'm looking at her going, she doesn't want to be outside at all.
You're such a romantic, Klein.
Thank you.
All that crap that they say during an engagement.
Yeah, I don't know what you're saying, but I would imagine it's something nice, right? Let's get into it as we give a trip away right now. If you're currently sitting on a standby boarding list wondering if you'll be packing your bags or not to go see 21 Pilots in Spain, we've got a bunch of phone numbers here to call. And this standby boarding list has been growing for the last week, and someone is about to get a call that will change their life forever. So hopefully, if it's you, answer so that we can send you on a trip around the globe. This time it's going to Spain to see 21 Pilots, if I've dialed correctly. This will be good news for somebody who's on the standby list. And if it's not you, don't worry. We've got a new list to start in a moment, and we'll tell you where you'll be going to next.
I'm excited because every single person we talked to last week that won was...
Your call has been forwarded to an automated voice messaging.
Hey, lady, you won.
That's not good news for that person.
Give it to the automated message lady.
All right, let's try someone else. Maybe make someone else's life better. This is the problem with the standby list. You have one moment to make your life instantly better. And if you miss that moment because you're in a bad cell service area, we warn you, be ready to take our call. Sometimes...
If I was on this list, I would have not been able to sleep at all.
Hello.
There you are.
Is this Sonia?
Yes.
Hi, my name is Klein, and I'm next to Allie right here. We're calling live on K-Rock.
I'm watching you on YouTube.
Oh,
you are.
Wow. Okay. Well,
we're watching you.
Guess what? We're calling to deliver some great news for you, and that news is that your standby boarding list has now officially been upgraded to the actual boarding list.
Thank you so much.
Yep. You're going to go to Madrid, Spain, and see 21 Pilots at Mad Cool Festival.
My heart feels like it's beating out of my chest.
Hold the phone to your heart so we can actually hear that. People like to hear that.
Chest.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you so much.
Let's perv out on Sonia a little more.
Can you put the phone down to your chest so we can hear this?
There you go.
Thank you, Omar.
What are you wearing, Sonia?
All right, relax, everyone. This is very exciting.
I just rolled out of bed.
Okay,
Oh, yeah.
Calm down. Save it for Mad Cool. You're off to Madrid, Spain. You are the winner of K-Rock's Mile High Club. Congratulations. Who are you bringing with you on the trip? You want Omar? He's available.
Sure.
All right.
Oh, great.
Hold on 1 second.
I'll bring Allie.
There you go,
there we
Sonia.
Go. That's Mad Less
Batting
Cool
for
Festival.
my team.
All right, hold on 1 second, Sonia. Congratulations. See how fun it is to win on the radio? You win, and then instantly you have a bunch of people just making fun of you.
What she doesn't know is that she won a no-frills ticket.
Yeah.
Which is going to be last row middle, probably.
No, I'm sure it's going to be
nice.
great, because I think the record label pays for it, not us.
Oh, nice.
Hold on 1 second, Sonia, and congratulations. That's pretty cool. All right, and now, if you are not Sonia and you're thinking, what's in it for me, huh? What have these guys done for me lately?
I'm out of reasons to listen to these idiots.
Well, you're probably right, but let's give you another destination and another band as we officially welcome you to K-Rock Mile High Club, destination number 9, band number 9. And this time, Allie, you will be traveling all the way to England, London, England, I
Back
believe.
to London we go.
And you will be seeing, while you're there in England, you will be seeing, it's at the Reading Festival.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that's real deal.
Legendary
festival. You'll be heading to the Reading Festival where you'll be soaking in the sweet sounds of... That's your next trip. It is K-Rock's Mile High Club, and congratulations, you're boarding your flight. You'll be heading to the Reading Festival in England to see Sombr. That is destination and band number 9, K-Rock's Mile High Club. And in less than an hour, we will put the very first name on the standby boarding list for that trip.
And here we go again.
So you just heard how happy Sonia is. Sonia just won herself a trip to Spain to see 21 Pilots.
That could be you.
And that was Sonia from Ventura. And you could be next. So be ready to win your way onto a brand new standby boarding list in less than an hour, K-Rock.
World famous K-Rock.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
K-Rock.
That's the band you'll be seeing as we send you to Reading, England. It is your next destination, K-Rock's Mile High Club. If you missed it, first spot on the standby boarding list for that trip will be coming up less than an hour, 9 a.m., and every hour 9 through 6 all day here on K-Rock. You got to hear someone a moment ago win a trip to Spain to see 21 Pilots. You can be next. This time we send you to Reading in England for some Sombr and all the other bands that will be a part of the Reading Festival there. That's a much better thing to listen to than what we got to listen to. You know, we spent a lot of time together over the weekend because we were traveling.
Through every mode of transportation.
And Jake, as you know, brings his dog with him everywhere. And we're convinced that Jake's dog, as much as we like Kibby, has got a myriad of health problems. Primarily,
what are you talking about?
Well, you never let her walk as an actual dog should. But on top of it, she constantly is itching herself. So we're convinced you've given us all fleas. And then there's this, which we got a chance to listen to in real time. This was happening a lot over the trip.
What are you doing? Now it's not the time.
Oh.
Now, Jake's dog...
That sounds like a cat thing.
No, this is Jake's dog almost all the time, making weird noises like
that.
True. Uh-oh.
Is this like your life, Jake? I mean, I was around this thing for 20 minutes. I couldn't...
She's choking on the Jake fumes.
Yeah, but
that's not what's happening right now. You know it.
Our theory is that Jake smells so bad that the dog, who's, their sense of smell is magnified like 10,000 times, is like... I mean, that's how I feel.
Damn, that was a wet one.
Yeah, when Jake walks into the room, I'm making that noise in my own head. And you're just laughing.
Oh, tee-hee, you silly girl.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
Probably from smelling you, Jake.
She likes my smell.
It doesn't sound
She's like, please, I did.
Look, what's happening now is that it's not uncommon when she drinks or eats too fast, she kind of like has a little coughing fit for a second.
We were in the van.
Yeah, and I just fed her.
She wasn't eating or anything.
Yes, she was, because you commented about how bad her food smelled.
Well, I don't know if that was the food or you, dude, but something that...
Obviously, that surgery's working, Klein. You can smell things.
Apparently, I can smell that food.
Oh.
Jake, it just sounds like it's nonstop stuff. With
and
this.
Isn't she not supposed to do that every time she eats or drinks anything? Doesn't that seem like a problem to you?
I wish she doesn't do it all the time, and when she drinks or eats too fast, that happens.
Right. Do you think if she drank around me, she would do that, or is that just because she's drinking around you?
No, she does it regardless.
Oh.
No one else is laughing. Like we're all like, concerned about that. So you're just having a good. And then even.
Uh-oh.
So why are you saying uh-oh? If you're used to this, why are you saying uh-oh?
Well, because obviously she's not having the best time, and I gotta try to, comfort her, make sure she's okay.
Right.
But it's not uncommon, and she's always better after she just kind of hacks for a second.
Doesn't traveling with us sound fun?
You know what? I would like to acknowledge, can I get a little credit that I volunteered to sit next to Jake almost every single time because I had a sinus infection and couldn't smell anything?
Allie was so funny at the airport yesterday.
Yes.
She was saying to me, she goes, I couldn't have picked a better time to be next to Jake because I can't smell anything.
I sat next to him in the van. I sat next to him at the restaurants.
Yeah.
I didn't sit next to him on the plane. That wasn't my seat assignment, but I thought it would be good for me to volunteer to do that.
Jake claimed that on the flight, Vanessa grabbed his penis.
What?
No, it was at the during the resort.
This is
I
what
saw that
happened.
video.
When we were walking to the restaurant, I slipped and I fell, and my hand went down, like it went to his leg, but too close to his crotch.
Oh.
It was crazy.
Jake said,
It was crazy.
And Vanessa?
Jake said,
What's he packing?
I think you just play the hacking sounds again.
This was Vanessa after she touched Jake's penis. I have it right here. That was the same. Also, this is the sound of Jake's penis after Vanessa touched it. It works on every level. So, anyway, so romance clearly alive in the mountains between the two of them. We got to take a break. Back in a moment. More show after this.
K-Rock Mile High Club. Favorite K-Rock bands and destinations all around the world.
Stop number 9. Climb around the Abbey ruins. Pretend you're a ghost from the 1400s while hunting the Thames River Walk and looking for the nearest pub. When you see Sombr at Reading Festival in England. August 27th to 30th. Also featuring Florence and the Machine, Charlie XCX, Fontaine's DC, Role Model, and more. Listen every hour from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your chance to get on the standby boarding list, courtesy of Warner Records.
Hey, this is Sombr. Keep it on K-Rock to win.
KROQ.
From DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. Accident to work injury? Text injury help to 40222 for a free case review.
LA is about to be overrun with comedians as part of Netflix's A Joke, and we've got tickets to a bunch of those different shows that will be happening in and around Southern California, including this one, John Mulaney Hollywood Bowl on May 8th. We will get you into that show right now, and the only thing standing between you and a very funny John is an unfunny Johnny. And Postmaster Johnny will be doing his first ever stand-up comedy set this Friday night? This Friday at the Jake the Nerd comedy show, whatever Jake's calling his comedy show. Johnny is forced to do
comedy show.
Jake, what are you calling your comedy thing?
Jake the Big Nerd Comedy Show, yep.
All right, so Jake's doing a comedy show on Friday.
But he did that awful poster for it, though.
He did make a terrible poster that's super
You don't
confusing.
like the poster?
It's just confusing. No one knows what it is, Jake.
What are you talking? How's it confusing?
Everything about it is
It
confusing.
says Jake Dill Comedy Night with the venue. That's the most basic
yeah,
thing.
but Jake Dill and comedy don't go together.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make the connection.
So anyway, Postmaster Johnny is going to be doing 5 minutes of forced stand-up comedy at Jake's show, and Johnny's
only 5 minutes.
Only 5 minutes. I think it's going to feel way longer than that.
Yeah, we don't want to punish the audience too.
Johnny, have you been working on any material for this? Because you're going on stage to do. I mean, a lot of comedians spend years to get a good 5 minutes. You're going to be going on stage to do 5 minutes on Friday night.
Yeah, no, I haven't prepared at all. I'm just going to raw dog it.
What are you talking about?
You can't raw dog it.
You need to prepare something.
Live improv, just kind of look at the crowd.
This is your false confidence.
You know what?
You had false confidence on Friday, and look what happened.
Yeah.
I'm just going to raw dog it.
No, please prepare.
Johnny, big mistake, dude. Because I think this is the problem now: is everyone's seeing what comedy has become, which is
heckling, talking to
decent-looking comedians, just deciding that I'll just go ahead and talk to the crowd, and something funny will come of it. And I'll get my 25-second TikTok video. I'm going. I already locked in a babysitter and everything. I'm locked in.
I don't know. I can't find the venue on the poster.
It's too hard to find.
It's in all caps. It says the good night.
Because Jake Dill's name is 95% of the poster. and then all of the information you would need to go to the comedy show. Good luck finding it. It just says Jake Dill.
I made sure I'm going to be out of town for this. But I think it'll be a really nice evening. Jake was trying to rope in Vanessa over the weekend. He was trying to convince her to do an opener.
No.
Vanessa slays. She kills.
Yeah,
and she does. Yeah, I don't think that he can get a big name like Vanessa.
We'll put the Yeah, we'll put the picture up, Jake's poster up, so you can figure out where this comedy show is, I guess. Good luck. But, Johnny, here's the thing. People on the phone right now want to see real comedians. They'd like to go to the Hollywood Bowl and see John Mulaney, and I get that. It's very different ends of the comedy spectrum. And so what we have here is some John Mulaney jokes, and these are some of his, quote, best jokes. Mm-hmm. And we're going to give you the setup to the jokes, as John Mulaney tells them. And then you just have to give us what you believe to be a funny punchline. Maybe it's not the same punchline as John Mulaney, but there's different ways you can go with every joke.
Yeah, so, this is kind of raw dogging it,
yeah,
Johnny. This is going to be you with your improvisational mind. So let's give that its due course and see how it goes.
And all we're going to ask the people on the phone is to predict whether or not your punchline is going to be funnier than the one that professional comedian John Mulaney says. So, Adrian, you get to go first, and everyone who gets right, Ali will write your name down, and one of you is going to win these tickets to the Hollywood Bowl. Here's John Mulaney setting up a joke, and then Postmaster Johnny will finish it.
The morning after a blackout, that was so strange, because I always feel like this detective.
All right, there's the setup to the joke. The morning after a blackout is kind of strange, because I always feel like a detective. Adrian, we're going to hear Postmaster Johnny attempt to finish the joke, and then we'll hear John Mulaney finish his own joke. Do you think which one's going to be funnier?
John Mulaney, of course.
Okay, he's locked in on John Mulaney.
Johnny, have you ever witnessed a blackout?
Oh, I was just going to ask that, too. What is a blackout?
Oh, my God.
Oh, man.
What does that mean?
Because it's like when you drink a lot, because I know you were drinking.
It's drinking. Okay, I thought it was drug-related. Okay.
Yeah.
The morning after a blackout, that was so strange, because I always feel like this detective.
Wait, no, blackout could mean like there's a power outage, too. And it's like, like rolling blackout?
Is this how you're finishing the joke?
This is how he's raw dogging it.
No, that's raw dog. It's good raw dog.
Are you just going to be asking the audience a bunch of questions?
There goes Omar. Omar's laughing.
That's classic misdirection right there. You think he was drinking, and he's talking about a power outage.
Yeah.
Is that how you're finishing the joke? I'll give you the setup again, Johnny. Once again, this guy thinks John Mulaney's end is going to be funny.
The morning after a blackout, that was so strange, because I always feel like this detective.
I'm always looking for my keys because I left them at the bar.
Boom.
Blackout.
Oh, and then you end it with boom, blackout?
Boom, blackout. Because that's how it goes.
All right. That's what Postmaster Johnny said. That's a funny joke.
Blackout.
You know blackouts
Here's what,
are either drug-related or...
Here's what John Mulaney said.
Trying to solve the mystery of how I got home the night before. It's the case of the empty wallet and the for some reason bleeding knee. And luckily I can get right on the case because I'm still fully clothed from the night before.
All right, that's John Mulaney. I think you're right, Adrian. John Mulaney's finish to that was funnier than Postmaster Johnny's, who went a few different angles.
It's so weird to me that Johnny cannot relate to that.
Yeah, that was pretty vanilla of a joke, too. But you said, like, I'm looking for my keys.
No, that's what you
that's
said.
What you said.
He didn't say that at all.
That's really what he said. He was like, I'm looking for my keys.
He didn't
Once
say
again,
that.
You said that.
Yeah.
He didn't say that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
All right, moving on. It's, once again, tickets on the line to go to the Hollywood Bowl and see John Mulaney, professional comedian, as opposed to Postmaster Johnny, who's going to try stand-up for the very first time ever on Friday night at Jake Dill's comedy show. All right, we say hi now to Jacob in Covina. We give you a shot at this.
Out, huh?
It's an unfunny John.
Good night. Friday
to get it out.
7 o'clock.
Once again, also just everything about it's confusing, Jake. Here we go. Jacob, welcome. Good morning.
How's it going?
All right, here's John Mulaney setting up a joke. Let's see if Johnny can spike this thing home.
Sometimes when people order fries, they act like it's a little adventure. They'll be like, should we get a plate of fries for the table? Should we do it? Should we share some fries? They got to make sure that everyone's on board with it. It's like, if I get fries, you'll have a couple, right?
All right, Johnny, how does he finish this great joke about sharing French fries at a restaurant?
I'd be like, damn.
Hold on before you answer. Jacob, who's going to be funnier?
Oh, you're ready on this one.
Who's going to be funnier, John Mulaney or Postmaster Johnny?
Johnny's got it.
All right, he's got his votes on you, Postmaster Johnny, so I'm going to play the setup, and you finish this joke.
They got to make sure that everyone's on board with it. It's like, if I get fries, you'll have a couple, right?
I'd be like, damn, bitch, just order the fries. Ain't nobody trying to eat your fries with you.
Wow. Okay, so you're going to turn around and, like, make fun of the person for ordering fries.
Are you doing black voice, or?
Sounds like it.
No, this is what me and my friends do. Like, we do the same thing.
We
when
do
it's
black
like,
voice.
No, we all do it, so it's not offensive.
You and your friends do black voice when you order fries? Allie's getting involved in it now. All right, everyone's having it. So, once again, so Johnny, this is the setup.
They got to make sure that everyone's on board with it. It's like, if I get fries, you'll have a couple, right?
Yeah, I'd be like, damn, bitch, order your own fries. Boom. Funny.
So you're going to say boom funny at the end?
Yeah.
Boom, funny. How much time I got left?
All right. All right, that could be what you get at Friday Night Live on stage when Johnny does comedy. This is what John Mulaney said.
They got to make sure that everyone's on board with it. It's like, if I get fries, you'll have a couple, right? It's like a group of couples agreeing to do ecstasy together.
See, another thing Johnny wouldn't understand, but he's saying that French fries are like everyone agreeing that they're going to take E together. All right, well, Johnny, he said you would be funnier. Jacob said you'd be funnier. In this particular case, I don't know, Allie. Was Johnny funnier or is John Mulaney funnier?
I think John Mulaney is funnier.
John Mulaney was still funnier.
He just jokes about drugs and alcohol.
All right, well, I'll give you one that's not about
He's
drugs
the
and
devil's
alcohol.
man.
Yeah, boring.
I'll give you one that's not about drugs and alcohol, Johnny. Okay, because you said that's not fair for you because you don't know about drugs and alcohol. So we'll give one other person a chance. Adrian so far was the only person that successfully predicted who would be funnier. And let's say hi to Lisa right now. Hey, Lisa, good morning and welcome to K-Rock. Hi.
Hey, guys.
This is tickets for John Mulaney at the Hollywood Bowl. And is Postmaster Johnny able to be funnier than the John Mulaney? Here we go.
I am not Jewish, but I've always really liked Jewish people. I just like them a lot. And I really like dating Jewish women.
All right, Johnny, go ahead and have some fun with this one.
You can't joke about
Jews.
Yeah, you can't joke about Jews.
Well,
I like Klein's punchline the best.
That's a good one.
I'm not involved in this one, guys. I'm not in this competition. Here we go, Johnny. Here we go.
I am not Jewish, but I've always really liked Jewish people. I just like them a lot. And I really like dating Jewish women.
All right, Lisa, will Johnny be funnier, amateur comedian Postmaster Johnny, or the professional comedian John Mulaney?
John Mulaney.
Okay. You think John Mulaney will be funnier? Johnny, go ahead. You want to punch this joke home or no?
Sure.
And I really like dating Jewish women.
Because they're nice and sweet.
Oh, come on, man.
Oh, Johnny.
I don't know much about Jewish women.
You're going to really suck at this comedy show.
Yeah, I know. I don't know much about Jewish women.
You go through your arsenal of anything you know about Jewish women, anything you can comment on?
We don't talk about Jewish women.
Oh,
ever.
That's edgy.
Oh, okay. All right, well, that's something.
All right, fair. That's
it's like Fight Club?
the number one rule about Jewish women is we don't talk about Jewish women.
The only Jewish woman I know is Anne Frank. Didn't she hide and seek champion of the world?
Is this part of the crowd work?
Hide and seek champion of the world. There's a joke right there.
There you go.
That's good, Johnny.
They're great. Because, I think a lot of problems that people have in relationships are with communication because guys don't know what women are thinking. And with Jewish women, you do not have to guess what they are thinking. They will tell you.
All right, well, there you have it. 3 different people. I mean, it really technically was Johnny every time. 3 different jokes. I think that, once again, John Mulaney was funnier there.
Yeah.
Sadly. Allie, who's going to win the tickets to see actual comedian John Mulaney?
Congrats, Adrian.
Hey, Adrian, you're going to the Hollywood Bowl to see a real comedian, John Mulaney. Hold on one second.
Klein Alley Show.
Mornings on K-Rock.
Yeah!
K-Rock.
K-Rock Klein Alley Show. Details for Jake the Nerd's Comedy Extravaganza up on our Instagram at Klein Alley Show. While you're there, you can watch Vanessa doing the Walk of Shame down the mountain, part of the many things that took place while we were away over the weekend. Thanks again to Hotel
One of the weirdest videos ever, dude.
It's so funny. It's weird, right, how small she's getting.
It's so weird.
It's
like a magic eye.
It's an optical illusion. It's really strange. She's walking down the mountain, yet she's getting smaller the closer she gets to us. Meanwhile, kids are getting bigger, and we can't figure it out. I thought I was tripping or something, but you can see that video up. It's worth your time. If you could explain it to us, someone that's smarter than we are, explain why that optical illusion makes sense. I can't fathom it.
We couldn't believe that she was walking forward, not backwards.
Someone said that that was actually not the hardest thing they had to watch. It was this.
What's up, guys? Sweet Divots. I'm just looking at the stories of you guys in Colorado. It's cool. You guys are having fun. I love it, man. But then I look at Klein's stories, and I don't know what he's in. Are you in like a hot tub or something, man? Like you're looking at your camera so uncomfortably, man. What is going on with you, dude? Why do you look like that? Why do you look so uncomfortable and scared, man? Please get back at me on that. It's funny as hell, but come on, man. What's going on?
Well, there was a hot tub. Thank you. Thank you for calling me uncomfortable.
Klein was sending me thirst traps all weekend.
I was thirst trapping. I didn't realize it was.
Weird.
It's not a thirst trap. First of all,
you were sending me thirst traps.
No,
you sent me 2 shirtless, one shirtless photo and another shirtless video of you in a hot tub.
Wait, you sent that to Allie? Why would you send that to Allie?
I didn't mean to send it to Allie. And B,
well, you sent 2 of them.
Yeah.
No, well, one time I was doing a photo dump of all the photos from the trip.
And you sent me me a gym selfie, and you were like, "Where you at?"
No, that's not.
What? Are you for real?
Yeah.
That's not true. Allie is telling half the
Vanessa,
story.
that's true.
Allie and I said we were going to wake up. Allie and I were going to wake up and go to the gym, and I was at the gym, and she wasn't there. So I said, "Where are you at?" And that's it.
You don't even have to include a picture.
It wasn't like a thirst trap picture. I was just me at the gym.
Any gym selfie is a thirst trap.
Oh, stop it! And the hot tub.
Why isn't a picture?
How am I supposed to not? How am I going to not have a shirt? I'm not going to have a shirt on in the hot tub. So what's the point?
But you did this weird thing with your hand, like it's covering your shoulder, like come
Yes.
come hither.
You know all the Tom Brady thirst traps that everyone's making fun of? It's like, I'm just here alone in my bed, but with a cat, it's just me hanging out. And it's like, no, but this is a thirst trap. And that's kind of like what yours is.
It wasn't
like,
about me.
Look at me.
To Allie. It was not about me in the hot tub. It was about the fact that I'm in a hot tub where it's a blizzard. It's an interesting dichotomy. Big word.
Well,
look
we
it
didn't
up.
focus on any of that.
Well, you should have focused on that.
That was interesting. You dropped your phone in the thing.
Yeah, I did drop my phone in the hot tub too. That was a real. That
The phone was trying to kill itself.
The phone jumped in the hot tub, and that part absolutely.
You were
sucked.
pursing your lips.
I was not pursing. I was cold.
You were doing.
You were doing some
I
sort
was
of
trying to.
sexified
No, I was
thing,
not.
dude.
It was 19 degrees, and I was showing you that I was. And
I could still do duck lips.
Look at me, pucker.
What I was saying is that's interesting when you sit in the hot tub and it's freezing cold outside and snowing, and then I didn't plan properly because then when I got out, this is the part that I was probably what my face was showing. It was not me trying to be sexy. Is I realized that my clothes that were sitting right next to me were now covered under a bunch of snow. So I didn't plan it. I didn't plan it well.
This is not a thirst trap.
No, that's not a thirst trap. How is that a thirst trap? That's me being uncomfortable sitting in a hot tub, realizing that I have to get out of this thing now into the freezing cold. It's not like you get out of the hot tub and you're inside. You have to walk outside for a while. I didn't plan.
Again, I didn't see any of this because all I could get a shot of was you in your chest.
Fine, great. Anyway, not a thirst trap. But my wife accused me of
Why
that
don't we put
as
it
well,
up?
and I said,
well,
no,
yeah, because it's true.
It's not a thirst trap. I was in a hot tub in a blizzard. I thought that was a funny situation. That's me.
How's that funny?
It's funny.
It's not funny.
You see the snow
it's
falling?
very common.
And you're doing the squint. You're like squinting your eyes while pursing your lips.
Yeah, you're trying to do like blue steel.
Yes.
Okay. Forget it. Regardless, I'm sorry I even brought it up. We got to take a break. Thanks, Allie. All right.
Come on, make the face and say it.
Looking at it like that looks ridiculous.
Yes, you sent me this at night.
All right, well, the phone jumped in the hot tub. Game over. We got to take a break. Klein is trying to do some sort of a mating call, the text line says. It's not a mating call. I don't know what it was.
No, it is. It's like literally going like, whoa, whoa, whoa.
You know what's weird is I was sitting in there by myself, and then all of a sudden...
I know.
And then all of a sudden a couple got in there. And, when you're in a community...
Was he made a face at the couple?
No. Once the couple got in, that's when I decided to get up and leave because there's nothing worse than being a, quote, couple in a hot tub and then being a third random person in there. So I didn't want to get up because it was a blizzard and it was snowing a lot and I didn't have a good exit strategy. I was trying to figure out how I was going to get out of there.
Right.
I almost texted Allie to see if she could bring me a towel or bring me a bathrobe or
Oh,
something.
my God, that would have been even more coming on to me.
Oh, bring me a towel.
Coming on to you.
What
What are you?
He says, get your hands off of me.
We got to take
It's
a break.
not going to happen.
You better believe it's not.
Alley Show mornings. It's Klein Alley Show. KROQ.
Perhaps you didn't hear the big news this morning. We have a new destination as part of K-Rock's Mile High Club. This time we send you to the Reading Festival in England to see Sombr, and we get you on the standby boarding list, the very first name to go on that standby boarding list, in about 5 minutes. So be ready to call in and win your way into that trip, and that'll be after this.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for A.D.D. News.
So Southwest hasn't been having the best response to the changes that they've made in the last few months. They are
just terrible. I told you when I was on there, it was one of the first flights ever since they got rid of those assigned seating. And I hated that assigned seating thing too, the open seating. But this new way is
the open seating. At least we had a grip on it because we knew what to expect. And
Right.
yeah, it was the first time I flew Southwest. I was very disoriented and I didn't know how the process worked. Then it's like you got your own system figured out. Then they decided to go do the seat assignment thing, which is fine. Then at least do it efficiently Or do it like all the other airlines have been doing it for years. Don't do it your own weird way with scansions and all kinds of... there was a very
Still
confusing...
got the line thing.
They call it scansions?
Yeah, they call them scantons or scansions or something.
What is that?
Like those little poles in the middle. And they're like, you got to line up to the left of this scansion for Group 1 and to the right of the scansion. And they still have the same setup.
They've kept all the worst parts about what they did, but gotten rid of the good parts about it. And then they are also really screwing people now. It's every little thing. So, I mean, I guess every airline does the whole nickel and diamond thing. But Southwest was always like, hey, come on, cheap people, let's go. We'll get you where you need to go.
Oh, and
now,
I was there.
Now they're really screwing everyone. They've really blown it. I don't know what's going on, but they are blowing it.
They re-earned the nickname Southworst, in my opinion, but they've also made it even worse with another potential change. This hasn't happened yet, but the rumor is that... And they've acknowledged that the entire change of the seating process has been an S show, and they're working on fine-tuning it or whatever, but now they are testing out the idea of not cleaning economy seats in between flights.
Good idea.
So when the flight crew comes to clean in between flights, the cabin cleaners would only clean the premium and extra legroom seat areas in the aircraft. So now when you buy a ticket, you know that you're getting an economy, dirty, disgusting seat that has not been cleaned since the last person ate his Cheetos on that seat.
And by the way, those are the seats that need the most amount of cleaning.
Yes, because we're trying to soothe our cheapness with yummy snackums.
Yep.
And if they don't come around enough times to clean up the garbage, then I'm just going to put it right in my front seat pocket and forget it's even there.
And they already try to pass the buck on to us. I mean, there's a lot of announcements, as you know, any airline. I mean, what did we fly? What were we on?
We flew United.
And even United, they give me 19 different announcements about, hey, let's go ahead and try to clean up before we get off the plane and hand the trash here. The guy walked by with that trash bag.
A million times.
A couple times I didn't hand him anything, and he kind of stood there and looked at me like, hey, I know you got some trash.
Dude,
I'm not
that
going
happened
anywhere.
to me, too. She was watching me, and I was chugging my Diet Coke to give it to her. I was like, here, just take it.
Yeah, they don't want you to leave a little speck of trash behind.
And I feel like they are there to clean 2 minutes after you got your drink.
Yep, they want that. They want the evidence gone. So the idea is let's clean up after ourselves, and then they don't have to get a crew on there to do it anyway. But those planes get pretty gross pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Why does it take like 30 minutes to get a drink, but 2 minutes for the trash?
Yes.
Great question, Jake. I don't know. Can't figure it out. But the point is, Southwest is really falling off.
And with the turbulence, too, they're like, there's too much turbulence. We can't serve you drinks.
We're not going to stand up.
But we can clean them up.
Yeah, we're not, yeah.
My God.
We won't serve you anything, but we'll be up and down, hopping on one foot to pick up your trash.
So we've all had oopsies moments, but there are some that hit worse than others. And when if you have the privilege to apply to colleges and get accepted to a college, it's a very incredible feeling to get that acceptance letter in the mail. Now, picture this. You've applied to a college. It's your number one school. You receive that letter in the mail. You're wondering what's going to be inside. Is it going to say you've been accepted or rejected? You open the letter and it says you have been accepted to, in this case, Brigham Young University. What a privilege. So excited to go. Then a couple weeks later, you get a letter in the mail from the same college, and you open it up, and they say, whoops, sorry, you actually were not accepted into Brigham Young University.
It's a great prank.
We just made a mistake and accidentally accepted you. This happened to 9 different students. They were all sent acceptance letters by mistake.
Squeeze them in. That's stupid. 9 people? Squeeze them in.
Dude, they
don't want this bad.
Yeah, it's like, don't send an unsave the date to somebody. Once you've sent a save the date, you've already made the mistake, and you have to eat your words. So they eventually, because these students spoke out, now they are accepting them back to the school and saying, okay, we've made room for you. But is it weird going to a school that you know originally didn't want you there? Because these students and their families are like, it meant, because it's a religious school, they're like, this is the way God intended for him to be here. And of course, they're excited that they're going anyway. But it's like, I would be constantly going, they didn't accept me. They didn't want me.
I would think as a parent, you would hope that your kids don't get into the schools that cost the most money. You'd hope that that way it's not you being like, I'm not paying for that. You know what I mean? You got to go, I hope they don't get to that expensive school. Let's hope they get to the cheaper school. Like I would be.
That's a good dad mentality right there.
I'd be getting the mail first and be ripping them up and changing out the letters myself. Sorry you didn't get to that school, but the state school took you, so we can go there.
Definitely explain to your kid that it really doesn't matter
That's
where
right.
you went anyway.
It's irrelevant.
And then finally, when you get out into the workforce, there is a job that is going away. It's not a specific industry, but it's a I guess it would be a specific shift is going away. The night shift. There are fewer night shifts that are being accepted and being executed by workers in America. And they say that because of the severe health risks, the desire for better work-life balance, just away from the idea of 24/7 work, there are more people that, are keeping regular work hours during the day and fewer people that are working the overnight shift.
Some people thrive. They love the night shift hours. They love having
I worked graveyard for about 2 years, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it's
because,
kind of it's
you
weird.
have the rest of the day to do whatever you want.
Yeah,
And
no one bothers
as you guys. Right, and also, I would be able to go to sleep for 4 hours, and then I had the entire day to do whatever I wanted.
Yeah, people that are night shift people, like when Allie used to have to work at Abercrombie and Fitch, and
I worked overnight at Abercrombie and Fitch.
Yeah.
They wanted to make sure I was there when no people were there.
no people
to
could see her. That was like a night shift job, and you're around other night shifters, and there's something about the night shift people. A lot of security guys do night shift. There's the overnight guy.
We would redo all the mannequins and the displays. But I imagine there are people who listen to the show that are on their way home from work right now after
night
a
shifters.
night shift. And I would love to know what your life is like.
I salute you, night shifters, and hopefully you are caller 20 right now at 800-520-1067 so we can get you on that standby boarding list. The first name to go on a brand new list. This time you'll be going to the Reading Festival in England to see Sombr and many other artists, and we will make that happen for you next.
6.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County.
The Sonic Pulse of Los Angeles.
This is the world famous K-Rock.
All right, caller 20, let's go. New standby boarding list earlier this morning. We got to give some good news away. That news went to Sonia from Ventura, who got to pack her bags officially, and she's hopping on the plane to go to Madrid and see 21 Pilots. But now she's a distant memory, and we're on to a brand new standby boarding list. Currently has 0 names on it. We'd love to get yours high on top of the list. And you get to go to Reading Festival in England and see Sombr, and we'll make that happen for you right now. If you are caller 20 at 800-520-1067. Back in the K-Rock studios this morning after being live on location in Colorado on Friday.
Long-time slogger here. I've listened to Kevin and Dean for years, and I'm now watching your live feed from Colorado. I usually skip the live shows for any radio show because it's too crazy, but you guys have nailed it. It was a perfect show. You guys have a perfect morning show. Like, you guys are like the greatest show, better than Howard Stern, better than Kevin and Dean. You guys are the GOAT, Even though your industry is kind of dying out, you guys just go to that industry.
Even though our industry is dying out. Well, thank you for the kind words followed by the immediate insult. You guys are the best, but the industry's dying.
You guys just go to that industry. Anyways, I just noticed that in the feed that Jake didn't do anything. Anyways, I'm Rick Nothing.
Yeah, that was the secret to why that show was so successful, is that Jake did almost nothing.
Thank you.
So that was
Well,
Jake.
that man is calling from a mental institution, clearly.
Yeah, but any adult with a speech impediment like that guy clearly has valuable insight into the show. So thank you for the kind words, sir. We appreciate it. We're just, we're just
slogging along.
Just slogging along like the rest of you. Welcome to K-Rock. You are caller 20. If your name is Zico from Burbank, is this Zico?
Hey, good morning. Yes, we're going to England.
Well, not just yet, Zico, but you are the
Your name
first.
is Zico?
First name.
That can't be right.
Am I getting your name right?
Yeah, that's right. I'm just projecting. I'm just imagining I'm actually going to England.
Well, in
Excuse me.
in 1 week's time, we will pick up this phone again and call someone, and your name is on a standby boarding list. So if we call you again, Zico, I have a feeling you'll be the only Zico on the list.
You and your greasers are going to England.
You're on the list, which is the important thing. We'll call you back hopefully in a week and tell you to pack your bags for the Reading Festival to see Sombr. All right?
Sweet, David. Love the show, guys.
Thank you, Zico. Appreciate you for checking us out. And the winner of this morning will get to go see this band right here. So we keep sending you around the world to see different bands, amazing bands in amazing cities. 21 Pilots time on K-Rock.
Klein Alley Show.
Mornings on K-Rock.
Yeah!
K-Rock.
21 Pilots, called Drag Path on K-Rock. I messed up big time over the weekend, I will admit it. It's not my fault. I heard a lot of people talking about Dinosaur. The Dinosaur, I think it's called. It's trending all over the place. If you're wondering why dinosaurs are trending, it's
That's
because
that new one on Netflix, right?
Yeah, it's Netflix. It's Morgan Freeman. And it's basically, I think the whole thing was done by AI, it looks like. Or see, Spielberg's involved. So it's kind of like, think of any of those, Earth, a magnificent place where they show you a bunch of videos of humpback whales and, fire.
I mean CGI, not AI.
Well, I think
it was done by AI?
I feel like it was.
And Spielberg is involved?
Maybe it's both CG and AI.
I don't know. Maybe CGAI or something. I mean, obviously they're not getting real footage of these dinosaurs because this happened, 500 million years ago, dude.
Yeah, okay,
you think Spielberg's like, guys,
well,
for my final act.
Yeah.
I can see Spielberg
200 million years ago, I took
this.
some video.
Well, look, regardless, it's not real. All I know is it's not real footage. Okay? That's all I know.
Okay, all right.
Not real footage.
Okay.
They take you back to the beginning of the time when dinosaurs ruled the earth. I think it's the top show on Netflix now. I heard people yapping about it all weekend. And I assume because it's about dinosaurs.
Is there a plot? Or is it just like nature documentary type?
It is very much in the style of any of those Earth, where they talk about the way that the dinosaurs
used to live,
and you learn about dinosaurs and stuff. And I thought it was for children because it's about dinosaurs, and who loves dinosaurs more than children?
Every man.
I don't know. I thought it was a children.
Loves dinosaurs.
So
I love dinosaurs.
Yeah, I mean, most
remember
people,
that one.
Yeah, when they're kids, they're like, "Oh my god, dinosaurs!" Yeah. And they grow up and they're like, "Oh my god, dinosaurs!"
Didn't your kid get knocked out over the weekend, Allie, over a dinosaur?
He was hit in the face over a dinosaur. Right. Yeah, because him and his friend were fighting over the dinosaur because both of them wanted it because they both love dinosaurs.
Sure.
And then the other kid hit him in the face with, I think, a stegosaurus. He's got a black eye.
So I told my kids we were going to sit down and watch this dinosaur show, and my wife said, "Are you sure it's appropriate?" And I said, "It's about dinosaurs, so yeah, clearly it's appropriate. It's for children."
Dinosaurs rip each other apart.
Does it have a rating on it?
I didn't check.
Oh, okay.
But it looked, once again, it's called The Dinosaur. I assume it's meant for children, and this quickly, sadly, turned into a new round of Klein's Kids Hate Him, as you'll learn in a moment with actual audio.
Klein's kids hate him.
Shut up!
Klein's kids hate him.
Give me that!
Klein's kids hate him because he's a bad dad.
It's not okay.
I'll kiss you, bro.
Klein's kids hate him.
That boy.
Klein's kids hate him.
Yeah!
Klein's kids hate him because he's a bad dad.
What?
I want this on your radio. I do not want to do the same on your radio. You are crazy, Dad.
For the record, Klein, being a bad dad, raced from the airport when we got back from Colorado so I could be at the first pitch of my kids' opening day Little League game. That's the bad dad in the song, racing. Yeah, I know you didn't care.
That's what she said when you got there.
So I gather the kids around, we sit down, we watch put on the dinosaur show, and immediately I realized this is not a show for children, and my kid, right out of the gate...
Why isn't a show for children?
This is not going to ruin it for anyone who hasn't seen it yet, the dinosaur show on Netflix, but the first scene, it's a daddy dinosaur gets separated from his family.
Dude, that happens in that was Land Before Time.
And,
so many of these dinosaur things are like
and
separated
literally
families.
The first scene is Morgan Freeman saying, and the dad can't find his daughter and his daughters and his wife.
Doing black voice, dude?
No, I'm
That's
not.
Your Morgan Freeman?
That's
terrible.
I'm not committing to the Morgan Freeman.
You suck.
Anyway.
And you get busy dinosauring.
Right. So the point is this. Right away, my kid goes into a full meltdown because I didn't realize how sad it gets right out of the gate.
Making scene of birds.
That's the good guy. He's fine. That's not the dad. Now, here's what's happening.
It's fine. It's not the dad.
All right. What I failed to mention is right before the dad loses his family of dinosaurs, and then the dad immediately gets eaten by a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Oh.
And
you got to start out with something salacious in these shows.
And my daughter is freaking out about it and I am trying to remedy the situation. Okay.
The music.
What a dad. Okay.
I know. God, you way to validate your kid's feelings. It's fine. It's not the dad. Shut up.
Because I spent 10 minutes saying to my wife, I think this is a show for children. And she said, are you sure? And I said, absolutely. And then
but you're not sure. You didn't check anything.
It's called The Dinosaur, Allie.
So all you're basing it on is the title, and she's saying, "Are you sure?" And that's the only thing you're using as evidence is the title, the dinosaur.
I heard another family talking about it at breakfast.
Family of adults?
No, there was kids there. I think I don't know. They said something about you guys watching this dinosaur show. My kids love it, so I assume
In
it's for
Klein's
kids.
defense, it is rated PG.
PG.
Yeah.
He's fine. That's not the dad.
In the world of Tyrannosaurus.
He's okay.
He's okay.
That's not the dad.
No, that is the dad, actually.
So I'm trying to.
The older sister's like, yeah, it is.
I'm trying.
He is dead.
I'm trying to convince my younger kid the dad's fine. That's a different dinosaur that got eaten, and then of course I get completely
you have
knocked
to get
out.
corrected. Yeah.
No, that is the dad, actually.
She's full on hysterical now.
Oh.
Thanks a lot, Morgan Freeman.
Why is it his fault?
He's probably just taking a nap.
What?
The dad was probably just taking a nap.
Dad, the dinosaur ate him. We're not dumb.
We're not dumb.
So,
I mean, she's right. You're trying to explain.
Well,
you're like, that's not what's happening, and you think that they're just going to believe you.
But Allie, it's all.
She's 9. She knows what she's seeing.
Dinosaurs. It's all fake anyway. We're not watching real footage here, so I'm explaining.
You could say that about any show. It's still an emotional experience. Just because you're watching a scary movie and someone's getting stabbed, it doesn't help to be like, this isn't really happening.
Well, I tried to, after the fact, have a little conversation to be a better parent.
I'm sorry.
You didn't like it?
I'm sorry. It was sad.
What was sad about it?
It was really sad.
So
I love that your wife's like, I'm sorry, honey. I'm sorry that you feel sad. And you're like, what was so sad about it?
Well, yeah, right. Because
what's wrong?
I explained logistically why it's not something to be sad about.
What? They're dinosaurs.
No, they're babies.
Yeah, but guess what? Guys, we know how it all ends up for the dinosaurs anyway, right? So it's kind of...
Damn, dude.
Right?
So it doesn't matter.
That's my point. They're not...
No one is listening to you,
They're not roaming
Talking to yourself.
They're not roaming around the planet now, so we know it didn't go great for them at the end anyway.
So your rationale is, well, don't be so upset because they all die. The babies are dead too, all of them.
Yeah, that's my point. They're all dying eventually. This one just got it in the first scene. Okay, so...
Probably better that
so
way.
Anyway, I'm not allowed to pick shows anymore for the family.
I second that.
Lost that ability. So it's been another round of Klein's Kids Hate Him, the dinosaur edition. Got to take a quick
break. Take us
break.
out, Morgan Freeman.
When we have more show after this.
K-Rock Mile High Club. Our favorite K-Rock bands and destinations all around the world.
Stop number 9. Climb around the Abbey ruins. Pretend you're a ghost from the 1400s while hunting the Thames River Walk and looking for the nearest pub. When you see Sombr at Reading Festival in England. August 27th to 30th. Also featuring Florence and the Machine, Charlie XCX, Fontaine's DC, Role Model, and more. Listen every hour from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your chance to get on the standby boarding list. Courtesy of Warner Records.
Hey, this is Sombr. Keep it on K-Rock to win.
KROQ.
From DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. Accident to work injury? Visit calldowntown.com for a free case review.
K-Rock Klein Alley Show. Imagine that. You're on a mountain.
Strawberry doing in there?
What's that?
What's Strawberry doing in there?
Oh, Strawberry walked in.
Man, tell him to get out of here.
Want to check in on us recovering from the trip. Here's the question. You've lost a wallet. I barely now have a wallet with me anymore because you could just pay for stuff on the phone.
Everything's digital.
But on the few times I've been somewhere where I've needed it, like there are times when you still need it. Like I went to CVS today to pick up some prescription and they're like, you have your ID? I'm like, no. They're like, well, we can't give you this medication. I'm like, why?
You don't even carry your ID?
No.
A lot of times
Are
I don't
you
either.
serious?
When I
Your
got
license?
pulled over,
When did you get pulled over?
thank God I even had it because we were flying that day. I wouldn't have even had it.
Wow, that's crazy.
The problem is that for a while everyone was in the mindset you have to leave with have to have a wallet. Then now it's been real. I feel people are now at a point where sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Now I'm at a point where I hardly ever have it with me at all because what's the point? And then when you need it, you're like, oh, Man, I didn't think about that.
Yeah, but even in situations where I was getting into a bar and they asked for ID, and I was like, I don't have my ID. I have a picture of it, and they were like, that's fine.
Sometimes they will. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they won't, though.
Yeah.
They go, can't. Or like, because I said that at CVS, too. I'm like, I have a picture of my license. And they go, do you have a picture of the back of it? I'm like, no. Why would I have a picture of the back of it?
The back doesn't have my face on it,
there's like
idiot.
a barcode or something,
They're
right,
like,
in the
we need
back
to
or
scan.
something?
Yeah, they're like, we don't need to prove it's you. We need to scan the thing to make sure you're not abusing the medication. And I was like, well, I am abusing the medication.
Scan and print that.
Yeah, so the question is, because we were with a guy who lost his wallet while we were on a giant mountain in Colorado, and I was thinking to myself, that has got to be it was obviously a ton of snow. That's a wallet you're never going to see again at that point, right? If it falls off in the snow on a mountain, that's gone. There's no worse place to lose a wallet than that, except unless maybe, as someone pointed out on the text line, a few people actually, when it falls out when you're trying to pull your pants on in a porta potty and it falls into that.
Yeah, but then at least you know where it is.
Right, that's not losing a wallet. That's just basically saying that wallet.
Bye-bye.
That wallet is dead to me. I'll never see it again.
I would rather go to the DMV
Right.
than get it out. And when this guy lost his wallet, it was like he didn't fully zip his jacket pocket.
Right,
It just
so it
fell
fell
out.
out.
And you can, in that case, maybe just do one more run, right? Go up the chairlift and do one more pass and just see if it shows up. But the likelihood of you finding your wallet in a giant mountain like that is
It's not going to happen, especially because it's not like most skiing around. It's like up, down, up, down. Colorado mountains, 19 different routes you could take to get up and down the mountain. So there's no way you're going to find it again. It's gone. Nate, where's a worst place that you've lost a wallet? What's up?
Okay. Wasn't my wallet, but it was at my bachelor party in Hawaii. My buddy lost his wallet at the strip club. Crazy thing, about a year later, we get a phone call from that strip club. They found that wallet buried in the couch, dude.
Wow! A year
exciting.
later, they called back to say we finally decided the annual cleaning of the couches, which seems like they should be
Once
getting cleaned.
they sifted through all the jizz, the power washers.
And we found a wallet. Was there any cash still in that wallet?
No cash, but he had his cards. His IDs were still in there. It's a little sticky, but we were stoked he got
That's still a win, though. I mean, they listen. The couch cushion's responsible for many mysteries, from remotes to, as in this particular case, wallets. But at that point, that sucks because it's great he got it back. But a year, he's already had to go through the annoying.
Then it's like you just feel like it's God laughing at you.
The worst part of doing all of the losing the wallet is that
Have to do all the stuff.
It's the DMV stuff. It's the calling the credit
fraud protection. And then, of course, you're like, I lost it. I know that it's just on a mountain somewhere. And they're like, well, we have to change your account number. We have to freeze all of your everything. And we have to, and you're like, I don't want to, no.
And that's the part that sucks, too, when you call to kind of explain that it's missing. They're like, do you want us to...
But not like someone stole my identity.
They're like, do you want us to cancel everything? You're like, I don't know now.
Okay, what is the easiest way that this could happen?
I've literally had that conversation where I'd be like, can I just make a note of it in the system and keep everything going in case I
like
find
if more
it again?
stuff gets stolen, then maybe close
Jessica
it.
on K-Rock, what happened to you?
Hi. What's
Hi.
that? Hi.
Hi.
We're getting the highs down. Good.
Hey, how's it going?
Good. Excellent. Good morning, too. So I was in Malaysia and also Indonesia and Bali about 5 months after 9/11, and I think we were heading home, and I couldn't find my passport or my ticket. About 24 hours later, I'm like, I'm going to ask the airport. They had it. They had my passport with my plane ticket inside. I think there was, I don't know if I had cash with it too. And they had it. So I got it back. But not before I had to sit and talk to airport security and staff and get a scolding.
Well, that's why this guy, when he lost his wallet, he was like, it doubly sucks because I have no way to get home without this driver's license, and I'm going to have to go to the airport
You
early.
did that really early.
And then you have to do all this like grilling questioning for them to verify your identity before they can let you on the plane, and that's super annoying. But I also see on the text line, one of the worst places to lose a wallet or something that's valuable is in an ocean or a lake. Or if you're on a boat or something, and that gets dropped, that is gone. I mean, there is just no way you're getting that back. That's instantly a loss.
Yeah, but you do get to, like the strip club story, sometimes you get that feel-good story that's like, you won't believe the discovery 25 years after the fact.
A message in a bottle
Right.
and a wallet.
Right, because that is the reality. But if you think about places, there's the old, I put it on top of my car. I've seen a lot of people say that. I put it on top of my car, got in the car, drove off, and then it flew off at some point. That sucks because now you've got to go. It could be anywhere on the side of the 101 freeway, whatever.
Yeah.
But I still argue that when you know it's in a mountain, but the mountain just goes on forever, and it's snow involved, that sucks because it's like to know it's there, but to know you'll never see it is worse than almost not knowing where it is at all.
818 said, I lost my wallet at Big Bear, and they found it 2 days later when they were grooming the snow.
I mean, the odds of that, once again, that's like such a win. I mean, that's how I feel if I leave something in the back of an Uber. I just assume I'll never get it again. And then when I do, I'm like, well, that's unbelievable.
Wow,
Jacob on K-Rock. Hi, what's up?
Yeah, I didn't lose a wallet, but when I worked at Disney, a guest just turned it in to me, and it had $15,000 in cash in it.
$15,000 cash?
Yeah, people, they travel so far, and they bring whatever they can with them to buy stuff, and they had that, all their credit cards, and all that information in it.
Had being past tense because you took it, right?
Yeah, how do you even fold that wallet and get it in your back pocket with $15K in it? That's a lot of, even if 100. So what do you do with that? You're working in Lost and Found at Disney?
I was working in the attractions, and unfortunately, a guest turned it in to me, so it was recorded that somebody turned it in, so I had to write it off.
Man, that's one of those times where you go, I quit this job, and I bring this wallet with me.
408 said, I lost my wallet at a music festival. That's tough because you can scour, and then especially if it's in a porta potty area, that's not good. But they said, I went to the Lost and Found, and someone returned it with my $60 still inside of it.
$60 is almost too sad to steal at that point. You know what I mean?
would steal any amount.
No, I know you would, but you're a terrible person. But I mean, I'm saying for the most part. I mean, the $15,000, you go like that's a takeable amount. Anyway, bring back the chain wallet, not just for fashion, but helpful.
It is helpful.
Can't misplace it. We are Klein Alley Show, and this is KROQ. Lots to get into still this morning, and another spot on a standby boarding list to send you to England and see Sombr, all coming up this hour of KROQ.
KROQ. Klein Alley Show.
Mornings on K-Rock.
Yeah!
K-Rock.
Grab your Adderall. It's time for A.D.D. News.
Since we were at an airport recently, I will start with this one. And I know the big story is that the gas prices are going up like crazy. There was an expert predicting that L.A. and California could see prices of $8 a gallon in the not-too-distant future, which is a scary feeling for a lot of people that are already working paycheck to paycheck, living paycheck to paycheck. But at the airports, specifically at LAX, beautiful, seamless LAX, there is a plan to increase fees for all rideshare pickups and drop-offs. So if it wasn't already jacked up already, and you weren't already hiking 30 minutes just to get to the Uber Lyft pickup area, if you can't get on that stupid shuttle, then you're already going to expect more price increases for that trip. But on top of that, an update on that people mover, which is also a huge waste of time and hasn't been, I think it's been delayed like 6 different times.
Here's an idea for the people mover. Move the people to a better airport. Take that people mover.
Move the airport.
Get on it.
Away
and all
from
of a sudden,
all of us.
You're at Burbank Airport or you're at our favorite San Bernardino International Airport. Get on the people mover and move it to anywhere else. I was telling you, we were at that airport in Denver. That's annoying for different reasons, but it's still such a well-oiled machine compared to what's going on at LAX. Total chaos.
Oh, yeah, it's the worst. So the people mover is still not going to be done, and they also said that there might be charges for that. So then even if you don't do the rideshare, they said that the rideshare could go from $6 each way as early as April or $12 for curbside pickup once the people mover starts operating. So they're going to just jack it up even more after the people mover becomes operational.
And then I heard also, on top of everything else, talk about the fuel prices, that the flights are going to start to get astronomically more expensive because every time fuel goes up,
right.
the airlines that are making billions of dollars a year, they can't cover a little extra gas, so they just go ahead and throw that right on our ticket.
It's just another box for us to check, right?
Another
Another
fuel
thing.
Surcharge, ka-ching, ka-ching, and it sucks. It all trickles down to us.
Yeah, and it sucks because obviously people are dying, and there are a lot of very serious serious things going on with this war. But then, so gas seems like a silly thing to get upset about. But this is also people's daily lives. And there are people, like I said, that can't really afford these increases. And they're already living on the edge. So
I think they just use this as an excuse to increase anyway.
Of course, there's already just going to be people that are going to gouge. And then they say it's already making its way to the grocery stores, too, because the pathway for fertilizer to get here from the U.S. is interrupted because of the war. So it's gonna screw up all the. Yeah, they're like the way that the fertilizer is imported here.
We import fertilizer?
Yes, like a third of it.
Jake's making it by the.
I can do it all by myself.
And most of it's made in the Persian Gulf. So because that whole pathway is blocked by airstrikes and all this other stuff, they can't get it here.
I'll tell you right now that the hallway between Jake's nerd hole and the bathroom is what we now call the pathway to fertilizer around here. Because that is the real one.
He'll save the world.
He will save the world, that man.
So being an actor is a grind. It's a grind that I did myself with mild to low success for many years. And because of the economy in L.A. and the taxes in California.
What's the mild? I was thinking about the same thing.
Do you know that I
mild success
danced naked with Philip Seymour Hoffman?
Yeah, but I thought that was cut out of the movie.
It was.
So you had no success.
No, I did some stuff. All right, guys.
Did you? Allie, no success. Let's be honest.
Theatrical success.
There's nothing wrong with being a failed actor. A lot of people are failed actors here. Most of the people I know in real estate are failed actors.
I was on my way, damn it.
All right, but don't say mild success. That's crazy.
I was mildly successful in the theater realm.
In community theater?
No, not community. Paid theater, a-hole.
Even saying
national tour. I did a national tour. I was Anne Frank in Anne Frank the Musical.
Yeah, but you got too fat. No one believed you. You were Anne Frank.
That was at the end.
They were calling you.
It was a road trip tour.
They were calling Allie Anne Frank the Tank because she got so big.
Anne Frankfurter.
Yeah, she couldn't hide in the attic anymore.
I didn't have enough money to eat healthy, guys.
The Nazis came in. She's sitting right there in the kitchen with the fridge open. They go, well, what's she doing here? She's supposed to be hiding.
Traveling across the country, there were too many Culvers to try. In Midwest.
I mean, you want to talk about mild success as an actress. Right. You were too fat to play Anne Frank.
I wasn't too fat at the start. It was at the end of the tour.
Even the Nazis go, we can't take her.
Even me, I was like, I can't, more potatoes. I'm withering away. And they're like, no, she's not. Anyway, it's a hard grind for anybody who's a performer.
Sounds
right?
like it. Jesus.
And on top of it, there are so many production companies that are going out of state to film because it's cheaper for tax reasons, blah, blah, blah. As these Hollywood gigs dry up, actors are now turning to hospitals to get work. And I always admire the actor's ability to be creative no matter what. So there are a number of professional actors that have found steady side hustles playing standardized patients in hospitals in order to train medical professionals.
It's a good role.
So, yeah, you could do this and it would pay $25 to $30 an hour. And as actors, your job's very up and down. You could be on Broadway one moment and unemployed for 7 months after that. So to do this, they interviewed this one guy. He's a 35-year veteran. And he says, hey, I'm doing this to make ends meet. And it's actually been nice to have anything consistent going on.
So you go in, you learn the different symptoms, and then you go in and a bunch of medical students kind of try to diagnose what's going on.
Ask what's wrong with me.
You try to figure out what's the problem.
Right.
Oh, no.
Man.
Allie.
I don't know. I think it's my kidney.
That's mild success right there.
If I didn't get on Grey's Anatomy, I could get on Hospital Lobby level 1.
Mild success.
And then this is I want to say it's a sad story because we've all thought about doing this or done it. And I don't think this happens as much as it used to. But TPing your teacher's house, I feel like, is a rite of passage for a lot of people.
This is a crazy story.
This is crazy.
A Gainesville, Georgia community is mourning the tragic death of a beloved teacher after a high school prank gone wrong. Police say 5 teenagers went to Jason Hughes' house around 11:30 Friday night to throw toilet paper at his trees. According to the sheriff's office, when Hughes, a math teacher at North Hall High School, came outside, the students, all 18 years old, tried to flee in 2 vehicles. Authorities say Hughes tripped and fell into the roadway, and one of the drivers, Jaden Wallace, ran him over.
Oh, God.
I mean, a TP prank is one of those harmless. It's annoying and it's kind of funny, but it's been around forever. Time tested, the old TP in the tree.
I know. Even hearing this, I was like, wow, people still do that?
I know. It's a throwback.
I just thought that people were doing way more high-stakes stuff because of TikTok.
Well, it's pretty high stake when you run over your teacher with your car.
Well, yeah, that is. And then they got out and were trying to revive him and everything, and I think they were just charged with, like, trespassing and littering.
Yeah, but I mean, also, so math teacher, they'll trip. Oopsies.
I know.
Because it's the thing. It's like the TP thing. You're supposed to wake up in the morning and be like,
He's
I'll
like,
get
you kids, darn it now.
I'll get you kids. They'll TP in the tree and resulted in a guy losing his life.
Yeah.
So very, very sad. Well, anyway, on that uplifting, cheerful note, we've got a decent show in store for you today.
It's Klein Alley Show. 106.7 KROQ FM in HD Pasadena, Los Angeles, Orange County.
The Sonic Pulse of Los Angeles.
This is the world famous K-Rock.
Good hour to be alive as we get you into just after 10 o'clock on the world-famous KROQ. And we have a spot for you on a brand-new standby boarding list right now. There's only one name on that list, and yours could be name number 2, a trip to England. You get to go to the Reading Festival and see some Sombr, and we get you on the list right now if you're caller 20 at 800-520-1067. If you're just joining us this morning, all things began when we got to give away that trip to Sonia from Ventura. She's off to Madrid, Spain for the Mad Cool Festival and 21 Pilots, and she started just like you right now, anxiously trying to call a radio station, asking, where is my life at right now where I'm trying to win a free trip? And then she became caller 20, got on a standby list, and then today she officially joins the real boarding list.
Now she can walk around the workplace going, I just want a free trip to Spain. And she's that person in the office that everyone hates, but she's happy about it, so it doesn't matter.
How's your day going? Oh, not great. I'm all tired from the time change. How's your day, Sonia? Well, just want a trip to Spain to see 21 Pilots. Oh, shut up, Sonia.
She's trying to find a way to crowbar it into every conversation.
She was very nice, and it was a pleasure to meet her, and we look forward to you being the next Sonia. If you're caller 20 right now, 800-520-1067. Lots happening on the show. This hour, we continue. Of course, if you need us, the interaction can continue, and there's a lot of calls on the GOAT line that came through over the weekend, 844-956-GOAT, including somebody called the GOAT line while they were running in the LA Marathon. They left a very winded message while calling, and so we will get to that and much more if we have time to get through everything. And for everyone who joined us over the weekend in Colorado at our big ski snowboard getaway to Breckenridge, hopefully you had a great time. And turns out we just got the tip-off from Vanessa. The lost wallet on the mountain was found.
Recovered.
On the mountain.
How is that possible?
Just when you think you're done, we just
Colorado people are
a
too nice.
listener called and let us know that guy did find his wallet. So it just goes to show you anything is possible. And that's a beautiful message to start your brand new week.
It does feel like such a win. You feel like you won the lottery just getting your wallet back. Like when I lost my phone in that Target shopping cart and then I got it back, it was just like, yes!
It's better than not losing it at all, to be honest.
I beat you, Satan!
Jason, you are the 20th caller. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm the next Sonia.
You could be the next Sonia, and hopefully we call you back in exactly 1 week's time to tell you to pack your bags. You're heading to England for some Sombr and many other bands that will be at the Reading Festival. Hang tight 1 second. And that is Jason from the 562. This is Sublime, but you already knew that. It's called Ensenada on KROQ.
Klein Alley Show. KROQ.
Don't you feel like we're in this new age where open drug trading among friends is cool now? Like,
It's always been that way.
I've got a couple of Valium, you've got a couple of Adderall. Let's see what we all got. Let's show and tell.
Do you have a problem?
Kind of like Disney pins.
I feel like you have a problem. Allie told me you were close to calling me at midnight on. I've been thirst trapping you. You were going to call me for some of my pills on.
Well, I'm not really into taking pills.
Sounds
I don't
like you are.
No, well, this weekend was different.
How many other people's prescriptions have you taken in the last 24 hours?
Too much to count?
Yeah.
What the hell?
I mean, the fact that you don't have an answer on the ready is a problem. And you started the sentence by saying, I'm not a pill person.
No, guys, I'm just trying to get through the opioid fog.
Oh,
to give
got
you
it.
an answer.
First, Allie called me before we left the trip, and she goes, I'm trying to score an illegal Z-Pack. If you can get me a Z-Pack, I think I got something coming on. And Allie knows I've called the pharmacy before, pretended to be a doctor, gotten myself successfully was able to convince them I was a doctor and prescribe myself a Z-Pack. Not a recreational thing, but if you need it, you need it. And then since I've been to Mexico recently, and when I go to the pharmacy there, you load up on the D pills, you load up on the muscle relaxer, the Xanax, and then you also get yourself a couple of Z-Packs on the ready.
Yeah, and
That's
so
what
they wouldn't give me one when I was trying to get one before we left. I couldn't get one. I was pissed. I knew I had a sinus infection. You said you had one. Of course, you didn't come through.
Mexican pharmacy one. I have it. I don't know where it is.
You tell me, I've got all this cool stuff, blah, 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 and then you didn't bring me anything. So then we go to Colorado, and still not feeling well because of the sinus stuff and because of the high altitude. So I couldn't sleep. And between the breathing and the heart pounding stuff, it was tough to sleep. So I texted Klein, who I know is an open pharmacy 24/7.
I'm not an open pharmacy 24/7.
And I said I was about to text you and say, please, can I have some of your sleeping pills? I'm desperate here.
What'd you want? The trazodone or the lorazepam or the
I was going to do a half and
Ambien?
halfy situation.
All right, I got you.
No, I was going to do a trazodone.
Use code Klein, 20% off. Whatever you need.
Well, and then it's funny when you talk to people like you because they're like, take half of this, then see how you feel after 30 minutes. If that doesn't kick in the right way, you're going to take something called gabapentin.
Well,
right?
you're not
That's
supposed to
going to
mix.
calm your
Listen, I don't know what you're supposed to mix and what you're not supposed to mix. Most of the time, I'm not a good pharmacy because I find random pills and then I have to Google what they are and I go, what is a white pill with a 7 and a 4 on it? And
yeah,
then
but I
it
also
tells
feel like we're all kind of just in this trial of error. Let's try a cocktail.
Dangerous advice. We're giving bad advice.
No, it is, but a lot of people are doing this.
Whose pills did you take yesterday?
So yesterday, no, this was so when we got home from our
you
trip.
don't even know anymore. Your sister
I'm trying
junkie.
to go back.
You don't even. It was yesterday.
I don't normally take stuff.
She's all out of whack.
She's
man.
just
Are you
lost
okay
it
right
Allie,
now. What do you want?
Do we need to do an intervention?
I'm coming down.
Or something?
Coming down off stuff.
What is happening?
So I said, Katie, all I need is a really good night's sleep. I haven't had a good night's sleep in days. Do you have anything for me? And she said, I'm going to give you. Well, she's first of all very stingy with her stuff. She said, I'm not going to give you the good stuff yet. I want to try the crappy stuff on you and see if that gets you asleep. If it doesn't, then come talk to me.
What's the good stuff?
Ativan.
So that's the good stuff.
That was the good stuff that she gave me after the other stuff didn't really work. So she gave me that. She gave me 45 minutes to hopefully doze, and then when I didn't, she gave me the other thing.
You know, whenever we have conversations like this on there, we always get angry messages on the GOAT line from real doctors that went to medical school for this that say everything we're saying is terrible terrible information.
But I think most people are doing this stuff. And then it's like who has a prescription for this? Who has a prescription for this? Hey, I got a couple of Xannies. Hey, I've got this for the flight. Especially when there's travel involved.
It's like
everyone feels like they're this little street pharmacist.
Password sharing has been shut down because of all of the Netflixes of the world that don't like us sharing passwords. So now the only thing we have left is the pharmaceutical sharing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all we got left.
I know. We got to share something.
But you got to be involved in that. You got to have something good to get involved in the trade because right now it seems like you're just a taker without being a giver.
Yeah, I don't have anything. Even though my wife did ask me to ask my therapist for a prescription to something so that I could get in the game. Which I was like, I think this is a problem.
This is the drug trade. This is what it's all about.
Yeah, she's like, my therapist won't prescribe me Xanax, but yours probably would if you were to ask her. And I'm like, seems weird.
I had my wife did this. She wanted me to get Ambien because Ambien's the good sleep one. And I went through a whole online consultation and checked every box. Can't sleep, haven't slept, don't sleep, won't sleep, can't sleep, won't sleep. And I got to the end of all of it, and the person goes, we're not going to give you Ambien, but we'll give you some other thing that supposedly will make you. And it wasn't the thing I want. And it was like, why did I even?
It's like Tylenol PM.
Yeah, they said I was too sleepy for Ambien.
But that's the thing is, it is harder to get this stuff.
Of course.
So then when you do have it, you feel like you have to either hoard it or try and help somebody out who can't get it. And it's not like we're all addicted. It's just like
yes, we are. And we're irresponsible.
No,
and they
but
know
I'm
we're not
not
supposed to trade with each other.
Okay, well, I took the pills, then I got a very long night's sleep, but woke up feeling very drowsy and foggy, which is why I never take sleeping pills. We had to drive to Huntington and celebrate my wife's birthday with another friend of ours. And I saw the couple, and they said, I said, how are you guys doing? They were like, well, we're really hungover because we went out last night, but we both took Adderall, so we're fine now. And I was like, oh. And we have kids, like everything. And then I was like,
those are uppers, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like a focus, like alert focus type of thing. People take it for ADHD. So then I was like, God, I still feel really groggy from all that Ativan. And they were like, well, do you want half an Adderall? And I was like, why not?
Dude, Allie,
what are you doing?
So then I took that, and I was like, who am I? What am I doing?
Aren't you trying to get pregnant or something?
Yeah.
Allie!
I forgot about that.
You got
and then Katie goes, can I have a couple just to take home? And then I was like, well, wait a minute here.
Yeah.
Are we just now asking openly anybody that we know? It's kind of rude to just flat out ask for people's prescription medications. And I don't know what's a real prescription and what's a fun prescription. Like, do you need the Adderall, or is that just like, hey, I have some Adderall?
This is why, like, kids that actually need Adderall to focus can't even get it because it's all.
There's a shortage.
Because
is it really?
Because you're on a boat in Huntington Beach where everyone's doing Adderalls to cure their hangover.
Just hungover parents.
Meanwhile,
are using
some kid who can't get through the goddamn 2 pages of a book without getting up and doing a somersault because they're
you should try it. It's great.
Yeah, well, maybe
really solved my problem.
You got to get Allie's cousin's number. That's the problem. So now, Allie, you are a pill junkie. That's what we were learning
then
here.
I was like, God, I had such a pill-filled weekend, and I don't normally do that.
So let me get this straight.
But you're all in.
But I can see why people get hooked on it because it's like, oh, I feel a little like this. This will help that. But now I feel like this because of that pill. Well, I'll counteract it with this pill.
So over the course of the last 4 days, if I'm doing, you tried to get an illegal Z-Pack from me, then you tried to call me for sleeping pills, then you got illegal pills from your wife, and then you took illegal Adderall from your cousin.
That sounds about right.
Okay. We're going to take a 12-step break. We'll be right back.
K-Rock Mile High Club. Our favorite K-Rock fans and destinations all around the world.
Stop number 9. Climb around the Abbey ruins. Pretend you're a ghost from the 1400s while hunting the Thames River Walk and looking for the nearest pub. When you see Sombr at Reading Festival in England. August 27th to 30th. Also featuring Florence and the Machine, Charlie XCX, Fontaine's DC, Role Model, and more. Listen every hour from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. for your chance to get on the standby boarding list, courtesy of Warner Records.
Hey, this is Sombr. Keep it on K-Rock to win.
KROQ.
From DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. Accident to work injury? Text injury help to 40222 for a free case review.
K-Rock Klein Alley Show. Postmaster Johnny in the studio now. He'll be doing 5 minutes of stand-up on Friday night at Jake's Comedy Show because he lost the forced resolution, and we're not allowed to throw him out of an airplane. And we're
Give
not
us
allowed.
a little taste.
Johnny's going to be working on some comedy. He's been back there writing some bits. Johnny, 5 minutes of stand-up seems easy, but it is not. And what do you got planned for Friday night in front of a live audience?
Again, I'll probably just wing it. Maybe do some bust
After
out
all that we just did, you're going to still wing it?
It's been a few hours. You're still winging it?
Yeah, I might do a couple like knock-knock jokes too.
Oh, no.
All right.
People like those.
People do like
Ready?
those.
Yeah.
Why the pig scratch his butt?
That's not a knock-knock joke. What the hell are you doing?
I'm going to do a couple more knocks on your head.
Klein's laughing. Klein's laughing. He loves it.
I think it's funny if he goes like, I think Johnny, if he goes, I have some knock-knock jokes for you, and then he goes, why'd the pig sniff his butt or whatever?
Scratch his butt.
Whatever. That's a great, see that? Misdirection yet again.
Yeah.
Why, Johnny?
Because it was itchy.
So, Jake, you sure you want Johnny to do this at your show?
I can't wait for this.
Because I think some people in the audience will be people that listen to our show that are going to go out there to see the train wreck. But most people, I would think, are just going to think they're going to be at a regular comedy show. You have real comedians on your lineup. So the fact that Johnny's going to go up there and do this terrible knock-knock pig joke, you don't think that's going to hurt your reputation in the world of comedy?
My reputation can't get any worse.
Yeah, there you go.
That's a good point.
And that's only the first 10 seconds of their 5 minutes that you have.
Yeah.
Still has 4 minutes and 50 seconds left of that.
Yeah.
All right, well, that'll be interesting. It's happening on Friday, so get ready, Johnny. Hopefully you've got some more jokes planned. Let's get into it. It's time for Johnny Doesn't Know.
Johnny doesn't know.
Okay.
Oh, Johnny doesn't know.
I didn't know Vegas was like in Nevada for like a while.
Johnny doesn't know. Johnny doesn't know.
Gelato sounds like Jello.
Johnny doesn't know.
It like goes wiggles.
All right, Johnny.
Yeah.
5 categories to pick from. Only one category you get to go with. Has one question. And Emily from Riverside will be playing this round of Johnny Doesn't Know with us today. Good morning, Emily.
Hi.
You don't need the answer. You just need to know if Johnny will know the answer. And let's go ahead and decide which category he's going to go with a question from. Johnny, your categories include Mount Kilimanjaro, or Mount
What?
Kilimanjaro, excuse me.
Did you say Kilimanjaro?
I heard that. Kilimanjaro, baby.
I was going to say Johnny's nickname of Vagina. Which
Not vagina.
Not vagina. Ancient civilizations, Winston Churchill quotes, seismology, or 4 letters. 4 letters.
I want to do Winston Churchill, but let's do 4 letters, 4 letters.
4 letters, 4 letters. All right, Here we go. There's been a lot of talk about this lately as the world is figuring out who we get along with and who we don't anymore. Johnny, what do these 4 letters stand for? NATO. Will Johnny know what NATO stands for? Yes or no? Emily.
I'm going to say yes because I know what it stands for.
All right. Well, just because you know the answer doesn't mean Johnny will. Most people would know this, I think. It's a relatively easy question. Johnny, what does NATO stand for? She says you will know.
Damn. I was going to say Iran because you said name 4 letters, and I immediately thought Iran because we're fighting with them right now. But you said NATO.
Mm-hmm. So you were predicting which 4 letters I would give you?
Yeah, like I immediately thought Iran because you're like, we're fighting with these people. You said we're beefing with them. And
I didn't say any of those things.
You said, whatever. You said something like that. And
I'm amazed at what is going on in your brain most of the time.
He didn't say any of that.
You are making up a reality that does not
But
exist.
this is why Friday was so frustrating, because we're sitting there and we're doing the radio show from Colorado, and Johnny's sitting here, and we're like, Johnny, here's what's going to happen next. I'm going to say this, you're going to hit that button. And then we'd go on the air, and the opposite would happen. And say, Johnny, what happened there? He goes, I don't know.
He's like, you said this. And we're like, no, we didn't. No one ever said that.
You got something in your
That's
brain.
what I heard in my head.
So, Johnny, once again, what does... You want to change your answer, Emily? You want to stick with what you said?
I'm not so sure now.
All right,
yeah, we are.
Johnny, what does NATO stand for?
National Authority Trans-Siberian Offices. Officials.
It's got 2 O's at the end.
Trans-Siberian, huh?
Trans-Siberian.
That's a big one.
Once again, NATO is what? I can't believe you're going to get this one. Just as a total guess, or you knew this?
Wow, really?
Say it again.
National Authoritative Trans-Siberian Officials. NATO.
It's unbelievable. Well, Emily, you said Johnny would know, and clearly he did not know. So thank you for playing.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. That's the problem when you try to go with Johnny.
What is it?
North
America. South.
North
America.
South with a T.
North America Transportation Offices.
North American.
Yeah. Oh, keep going. What is it?
Johnny, come on, dude.
I don't know.
You've never heard of NATO before in conversation?
Yeah, I have, but I don't really care to really look up the abbreviation. Come on, it's NATO.
Even if you looked it up, Klein, he's not going to remember what it is.
Yeah.
Johnny, trade.
Oh, trade organization. North American Trade Organization.
There you go.
Wow.
That's not what it means.
Oh, that's not what it means.
It's Trans-Siberian. We all know.
Oh.
It's Trans-Siberian.
It's North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Ooh, bro, you're off again.
Jake, you might want to check your facts, dude.
I'm looking it up right now.
Whoa, you do this a lot, bro.
Check your facts, Jake.
I'm looking at it right now. North Atlantic Treaty Organization.
Wow, Vanessa, what do you think? Does this
Treaty, potato.
I just want to make sure Trans-Siberian is not in either of our answers.
It's not in that. But
okay.
Dang.
Jake, if you're wrong and people are declaring that you are wrong,
I'm looking at it right now.
We will not promote your comedy
By looking
show.
at it right now, do you mean you Googled it quickly?
Yes, NATO meeting right here. North Atlantic Treaty
For someone
Organization.
who's obsessed with facts, I think you should probably
but
have...
NATO is the 32-member intergovernmental military alliance that was formed in 1949, not the North... you're thinking of the another thing, the trade organization that got outed by Trump for his other...
Right, NATO.
Guys, this is going to be a great comedy show.
He's right. Look at this. He's right.
You're saying that I'm talking about NATO and you're talking about NATO.
No, I'm talking about... Well, NATO's one thing, but I can't remember the name of the trade organization that you're thinking of.
NATO.
I don't think so.
Wow, he's right, dude.
It's NATO's the one I'm talking about.
Yes, all right.
Please, Chevelle, save us. Oh.
Damn, that was...
It's not NATO?
Oh, it's NATO. Excuse me. I was saying
You're
that wrong.
NAFTA.
That's right.
World famous K-Rock.
Klein Alley Show.
Klein Alley Show.
K-Rock.
Jake, you're right. I'm wrong.
Ooh, see how easy it is to admit you're wrong?
But I blame my own handwriting for that because I did have multiple different acronyms ready to go, including NAFTA and NATO, and I got all jumbled up because Johnny, I get caught up in his stupid thought process and it messes up my own head.
It's okay.
So apologies. Jake's right. I'm wrong. Klein's wrong. Klein, the star of Saturday Night Live this weekend, is wrong. Just remember that.
Klein's jacket.
We got to get out of here. Let's forget about that last part of the show. But everything up until then was a lot of fun. So let's, once again, big thank you
I love that last part.
to everyone who, of course you do, to everyone who joined us in Colorado and everyone who helped make that happen, including the Hotel Alpen Rock for having us out there. Good times. Other than the one listener that ended up arrested and in the back of a cop car. I guess the story with that one listener, he got lost roaming the streets of Colorado in just a T-shirt, and he was so cold that he just tried to find any car to get inside of to warm up because he was so messed up that they thought he was breaking into cars because he was just trying to take a nap inside of the car.
I didn't realize he was trying to get into cars.
He was just trying to get into a car because he was so cold because he was hammered walking around in a T-shirt. So then when the cops came up to him, they're like, hey, we got a report you're trying to break into cars. And the guy's like, I'm just cold.
And then they said they wrestled him to the ground.
Yeah, they wrestled. You got wrestled with the cops there. Other than that, and a few other things that we can't talk about, it was a very successful trip.
It was.
So we'll do it again soon, I'm sure.
The best part to me was when we talked to the marketing manager for the hotel, and we told him about the arrest, and he said, this is the first I'm hearing of this.
Oh, yeah.
And we were like, you.
Yeah, thanks for having us out there. We always places like to invite us and then regret after the fact. All right, let's do some takeaways from today's show, and then we can officially leave you in the capable hands of a sluggo who will get you on that standby boarding list if you'd like to travel to England and see Sombr. That is the next trip up for grabs.
All right, 818 My Takeaway is strip clubs clean their couches once a year.
Yeah, once a year, but if your wallet's there, they'll get it back to you. Very honest strip clubs. Good story from today's show.
818 My Takeaway is Vanessa wasn't made for skis.
Not made for skis, as she pointed out. There's video up on our Instagram. I recommend you check it out there. It is some high quality.
It's good stuff.
Mountain walking.
909. Klein likes to do black voice.
I did not do black. I did Morgan Freeman's voice.
Yeah, 213's takeaways. Thanks a lot, Morgan Freeman.
Yeah.
And 650, my takeaway is, spoiler alert, the dinosaurs don't make it.
Yeah, sorry to ruin that for people, but that's what happens in the new show Dinosaurs.
And 626, I can't wait to climb the top of Mount Kilimanjaro.
Kilimanjaro. You don't know what happens at the top there. It's a lot of fun. Allie, you have a takeaway since you're all hopped up on drugs?
Sure. My takeaway is I love dating Jewish women because they're just nice and sweet.
That's a beautiful joke. Johnny will tell that live and in person on Friday. All the details for Jake's comedy show up on our socials at Klein Alley Show. Get your tickets while you can. Jake's at a very small venue. It will sell out. Jake, takeaway? Oh, it's free?
It is free, yeah. Might get there early so you can get a seat, or it might get to capacity. It's very small.
What's the capacity?
I don't know, like
10?
Yeah, like 12 people.
Seriously, how many people does it hold?
It's normal. It's a bar, so I don't know, like 100.
And it's free.
Yeah, free show.
Why are we even talking about it then?
So people will go.
Oh.
You can't get them to go even if it's free, Klein.
Oh, got it. All right, well, free.
But this is just a bar where they're having a regular bar night and they just allowed you to have people.
No, they have comedy there pretty regularly. They have a weekly open mic, and they have comedy shows like a few times a month.
Are you losing money on this?
Yeah, because I'm making posters, yeah.
Okay, good.
So are you printing those atrocities that you drew up earlier?
I think it's good. People like it.
Now, what are you charging for those posters?
They're free for the first, 25 people.
Jake, you're not a good businessman, dude.
It's not about that. It's about the art, man. It's about the craft.
All right. What's your takeaway?
We're the goat of a dying industry.
That's right.
Yeah.
Nothing better than being the goat of a dying industry. Omar, takeaway?
Oh, thank
Great
you.
Takeaway. Have a great day. We'll do it tomorrow. Try to do it better. If you need us in the meantime, you can find us on the GOAT line, 844-956-GOAT. We've got more stuff to get into tomorrow that we couldn't get into today. So anyway, stick around for that, I'm sure. And that's it for us. All right, bye.
Klein and Alley, it's just okay. Do-do-do. Klein and Alley, it's just okay.
Oh.
Klein and Alley, it's just okay. Just okay. Do-do-do.
The Klein Alley Show. Klein Alley Show mornings. KROQ.